Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
See them knocking at the front door, leaving me less than what I had before. Seeing red, I gotta get it out. Run for cover, might get loud. From the bottom to the top, yeah. Our echoes break walls. It's about to get loud. It's about to get loud. No middle ground is gonna win the fight. So hold them down and watch the wolves bite. Sweat and blood, don't let your guard down. Damn, it's gonna get loud. All the battles will be lost, yeah. We'll bring the grit to win it all. It's about to get loud.
And we welcome you to Right Field here in Chippewa, Pennsylvania, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network, in conjunction with the Tri-Point Football League, is proud to bring you Tier 1 Championship Football here as the Columbus Fire make their way to PA to take on the Erie Express. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Coach Bob Gessler. Will Craven up here in the box with us, feeding us all the numbers as we get you ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader today. As a Tier 1 championship just moments away. Of course, Tier 1 championship between the Stark County Wolfpack and the West Virginia Leviathan was the first of our doubleheader today, and the Stark County Wolfpack, they take home the hardware after a 7-3 victory over the West Virginia Leviathan. And Coach, despite the low scoring, we thought that was an excellent game.
Excellent played football game. A lot of defense on that field there today, and I really enjoyed that. I like to see that they, bend but don't break. That was something that we always said. You know what? You could have as many plays and as yards as you want, but if you don't punch it in, that's what it's all about. But I'm expecting maybe a little bit higher scoring game with them.
The score was kind of deceptive. You think it was a defensive battle, but some of those drives, 15, 16, 17-yard play drives that didn't result in points. They were up and down the field, but once they got inside the 20, really not much to give.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you know what? They just tightened up, and that's just how it was. But unfortunately, the team that made the least amount of mistakes won the game, even though it was a very low-scoring game.
Yeah, certainly. It came down to one touchdown being scored in the game. West Virginia Leviathan would get on the board with a 37-yard field goal in the first half. Stark County Wolfpack would get the only touchdown in the second half, and they would go on to win the 2024 Tier 2 Tri-Point Football League Championship. But that, of course, brings us to game number 2 tonight here as a battle of two familiar foes, Coach, as they have, again, we talked earlier about being on parallel paths as they have been through the PAFL, the GDFL, and now the Tri-Point Football League. They have met on numerous occasions in the playoffs, met in week 7 here. We didn't get the full 4 quarters out of them, but based on the talent that is here, the coaching staff, the way the organizations operate, this should be an outstanding game.
Yeah, I just hope cooler heads prevail, because I don't want to see that happen. I want to see a nice, good, strong, hard-hitting football game. I want to see a lot of strategies going on, and, I wish them both teams well, and whoever makes the least mistakes will win this game.
Certainly we found that out earlier in that 7-3 win by the Stark County Wolfpack. The Columbus Fire, they come in undefeated at this point. They get wins over the Beaver County Arctic Bengals in the playoffs, 20-13, and knocked off the WPA Wildcats by a score of 20-0. And an impressive run for the Columbus Fire. And they are no stranger to championships. And when you build that reputation, that pedigree, you're expected to compete every year. They get top-notch players, and they expect nothing less.
Well, absolutely. You go up to this Tier 1, and you go into a program like them. I mean, you better be ready to go, and you better be on your A game, Because if not, I guess you'll be sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else run around. So that's good. That's the key to this game is, again, the strength against strength. Let's see exactly what each team does and then kind of go from there. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of finagling by the coaches, as we say, and we'll see what happens.
We'll talk about the Columbus Fire. The one thing we did notice, we got to see them against the Cleveland Cobras this year, and it was the immense size of that front 3 and 4 for the Fire that made it tough to run against, but offensively just as big. They were able to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think we're going to see more here today. I bet you're going to see a lot of running. Don't know about their passing game. You can tell me about that. But just looking at the size of these men here, I'd be running the ball. I would assume that they have some great size and speed and running backs.
We'll have Mike Tatum at quarterback for the Columbus Fire. We'll talk about him during the game. No stranger to this level, among other places that he has been. Football has been his life for many years, and certainly he should bring a lot to this Columbus Fire team tonight, as he is the veteran leader on that offense. Erie Express, on the other hand, again, they have built a great program under Paul Pennington. Last time we saw them in the playoffs, or at least the last time we had covered them, they were playing for the 2021 GDFL championship against the Inglewood Blackhawks, and they would win a nail-biter in that one, 42-40 at Mercyhurst University up in Pennsylvania. And again, Coach, we talk about organizations that do it right. Paul Pennington, in terms of everything that he does in terms of structure, promotion, and you know what? Even when we do games for him, that information that we need is always right there, and he is a pattern that you can follow for a lot of these teams, and you'll have a lot of success.
Well, and that's the thing. He's an owner that cares about his product, because that's what this is. And I'm assuming he demands a lot, but he wants to show that his team, that he is organized. So if they need something, or as we need in radio, we get all of our stuff. And he seems like a very organized young man.
Well, question about the quarterback position for the Erie Express tonight. I don't know if we expected, maybe anticipated an appearance by Brandon Hanna. I'm told that may not be the case tonight. If not, it'll be John Amon that will go at it for the Erie Express. He will step in, as Scarbino had some issues this year as far as being injured and some other outside of football issues in terms of obligations. So tonight, it looks like we may see somebody new, somebody you and I have not seen yet. But nonetheless, that has never been a drop-off for the Erie Express. One thing they've always been able to do is replace players or quality players with other quality players.
Yeah, the other thing, the point that I want to make about that is remember, these guys don't get paid. These guys ain't making, $5 million a year. These guys have full-time jobs, and they have families, and they do this for the fun of it. So unfortunately, that sometimes that this happens with injuries or again, obligations, because maybe they got to pay bills, and you got to look at it as much as you love football and you're a good athlete. You got to worry about what brings home the money.
Yeah, especially if you're addicted to electricity and food. Nonetheless, we will be looking for a great matchup tonight. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Columbus Fire. We'll start defensively, as I believe they will be listed as the visiting team. I could be mistaken on it, but I thought that was going to be the case. They're running a 3-3 defense here, but up front, from left to right, it'll be Deion Thompson, Marcus Allen, and Travis Birdsong. Because we talked about that front line of the Columbus Fire. Both sides, they are big and physical. It is hard to get around them. You really have to game plan for them.
Well, I'm sure they do, but we'll see what the what goes on, and we'll see if the offensive line of the Erie Express is able to push them out of the way.
Certainly. Linebacking core will be Michael Wiggins, Rayvon Ivory, and Brad Booker. And in the secondary, it'll be Jordan Marshall, James Benvenuti, Day Moore, Desjuan Brown, and Aaron Davis. Offensively for the Fire, up front, it'll be Matt Neal, Nelson Reyes, Carlonte Higgins, Demekus Brown, and Kendra Ray. The receivers will be Andy Allison, Quan Bender, Juwan Smith, and Cameron Jackson. The running backs with Brandon Williams, Juice Coop, and, of course, at quarterback, it'll be number 1, Mike Tatum. For the Erie Express, offensively, on the line up front, it'll be Devon Barnes, Mitchell Northrup, Todd Russell, Travis Schaefer, and Sebastian Barker. The receivers will be Terry Jackson, Corin Williams, Antonio Batista and Nazir Singleton. And, Coach, we talk about that receiving core. This is a very experienced receiving core. We've seen them for many years. They are all big-time players in terms of being in the moment. And when you need them, they make big plays.
Well, that's the name of the game. As long as you can get a quarterback that can get it there, that's all that counts, because sometimes you have all these good receivers that you got to get a quarterback in there that's on the same page with them, and they know what to move and how to move it.
Yeah, the running back for the Erie Express will be Steve Smith. And, of course, we talked about a quarterback position. We expect it'll be John Amon tonight instead of Brandon Hanna. Slightly disappointed on that. Brandon Hanna gone on doing great things. Head coach up there for the Jefferson High School football team, has done wonders with that program. Dropped a game last night, but it's only week one of the high school football season, and I'm sure we will see much out of the Jefferson Falcons. Defensively for the Erie Express, up front, it'll be D'Angelo James, Chris Ford, Anthony Wise, and Javon Provitt. And that is a formidable front four. Of course, we know Chris Ford. We know him affectionately as Fitty. And then Javon Provitt, the Warren Harding product, up front there. He's big, physical, and he's nasty.
Yeah, there you go. I think there's 400 Provits that have come through
and they were all outstanding players.
They were not slackers. They were great players.
The linebackers will be Cam Sanders and Jashawn Whitman. The defensive backs will be Guy Lyons, E.J. Scott, Osha Jackson, Ashton Jones, and Jamel Porter. E.J. Scott, a alum of Hubbard High School.
There you go.
Just about 10 minutes left here before the kickoff. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back. The pregame show will continue as we get you ready for this Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship. You are listening to Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We'll be back right after this. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Mahoning Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Whether you are a professional football champion or a fantasy football champion, Martusio Chiropractic is the place to recover from all your sports injuries. Proudly serving Trumbull County, Martusio Chiropractic is located at 369 Niles Cortland Road in Warren. Martusio Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans, now accepting new patients and offering some same-day appointments. For more information or to make an appointment, call Martusio Chiropractic at 330-856-9595.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Moludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Moludic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
The Storks are bringing me a baby brother! We can do this together!
All right, let's go! Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this!
You will rock this! To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDP, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. Go Cobras.
A festive atmosphere here at Wrigley Field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania, as we get ready for the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship and a battle between two outstanding organizations, the Erie Express taking on the Columbus Fire. Back on week 7 of the Tri-Point football season, these two teams met. However, due to some fierce competitiveness, as we'll call it, Coach, that game ended prematurely, and the Columbus Fire was awarded the win. They were in the lead at the time. And here we are for the second time this season, not second time in history, because, again, we talked about these organizations basically paralleling each other through all of these through all these leagues, and year after year, these two are always at the top.
Yeah, it's all you've ever heard about is these two teams. I know more of the Erie Express than the Columbus Fire, but I'm more familiar with Erie, and I know what a top quality program that is, so this will be real interesting.
Now you talk about the Columbus Fire. My rude introduction to this level of football in 2011 was one of our first games against the Columbus Fire, and it's unforgettable. Let's put it that way. And of course, the Erie Express that same season kind of introduced us to be quite polite about it. So Paul Pennington was actually a player on that team at the time.
Holy mackerel.
Now he runs it, and again, does an outstanding job as captains will meet at midfield. And the aforementioned Javon Provitt, one of the captains out there. Warren Harding, a native and graduate. And he comes from a long line. And I asked him one time, I said, are you related to Omar Provitt? He said, yep, that's my uncle, whom I played against a minute ago.
Yeah,
that was
a minute ago.
And captains at midfield. We'll have the coin toss here. As we have 15 minutes up on the board, we'll get ready for the kickoff. Again, earlier we had the Tier 2 championship game as the Stark County Wolfpack. They get the 7-3 win over the West Virginia Leviathan. Congratulations to Coach Kyles and the Stark County Wolfpack. Also a little, I don't do this often, but shout out to Demario Davis. Huge compliment on Facebook. So we're the best at it. You know what? True or not, I'll take it.
There you go.
He's been around a good while, too, at this level. So we have the coin toss here. And it looked like the Fire was going to win it. We'll see if they're going to defer. It looks like they did. And it looks like they're going to defend the goal to our right. Oh, excuse me, they're going to kick off. Well, we'll see what the referee says. We'll try that. Try to anticipate.
Deferred.
All right, so Columbus has deferred. And the Erie Express will receive to get this one started. Outstanding crowd here this evening here at right field. Again, we talked about the facility as we came in. Several fields up here, Community Park, but outstanding here for a championship game, 2 championship games, as a matter of fact. Got an opportunity to speak with John Galbraith, Jesse Caldwell, Paul Pennington, several players from the Express that through the night we will talk about. We may have a little familiarity with.
Yeah, a few.
And we laugh because those guys were good for us. We had a great time down in Youngstown.
And very respectful. Those guys really respected this team, the ownership. Tom Noble and I mean, we pushed them. We weren't happy coaches, but that's okay.
What?
I mean, no, I wasn't a happy
I wasn't aware of
coach.
that. Wow. All right. I don't know. I figure a guy that likes to sit by the fireside all the time and have chats.
I have chats. Yeah, absolutely.
So a 6-man officiating crew here for this championship game. And I'll tell you, and the 6-man crew that did the game earlier, I thought did an outstanding job.
They did.
And it's nice to have that extra set of eyes.
Yes, indeed.
The league rules allow to play with a minimum of 4, but 6 is good too.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
So the Columbus Fire will be on the press box side. The Erie Express will be on the other side. As we have the introductions here from both teams, we'll step aside for our PA announcer so you can listen in on the festivities.
Defensive tackle, number 90, Anthony Wise. Defensive tackle, number 72, Javon Provis. Linebacker, number 5, Captain Cam Sanders. Number 22, linebacker, Jay Shaw Whitman. Defensive back, number 33, Guy Lyon. Defensive back, number 20, E.J. Scott. Defensive back, number 0, Ashton Jones. And defensive back, number 2, Jamel Porter. Now your Erie Express offensive starters. Quarterback, number 7, John Ammons. Quarterback, number 1, Brandon Hanna. Running back, number 30, Steve Smith. Left tackle, number 62, Devon Barnes. Left guard, number 70, Mitchell Northrup. Center, number 52, Captain Todd Russell. Right guard, number 77, Travis Schaefer. Right tackle, number 58, Sebastian Parker. Wide receiver, number 11, Terry Jackson. Wide receiver, number 3, Baron Williams, captain. Wide receiver, number 24, captain, Antonio Batista. And number 17, wide receiver, Nasir Singleton. That'll be your starters for your Erie Express.
Erie Express introductions.
O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea Jackson getting the last one. But make no mistake, you'll see him during the game, and he is an outstanding player as we get ready for this Tier 1 championship game here between the Columbus Fire and the Erie Express. Of course, if you joined us last night, you got to hear the Poland Bulldogs taking on the Salem Quakers and the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week. I want to thank Jesse Caldwell, everybody at the Cobras, for supporting our broadcast here in 2024. And, of course, we urge you, if you're looking to get back on the field or to continue your coaching career, make sure you contact Jesse Caldwell at Cleveland Cobras Football on Facebook. Send him a message. Great opportunity up there, and had a lot of fun with them over the years, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
With a couple of different teams, but you talk about this level and the guys and the dedication, the work they put in aside from their obligations outside of this game, and it's rather impressive because it's a lot of sacrifice there to have to take this trip down on Saturday after working all week.
Yeah, you got that right. And I'm sure they have a nice, beautiful bus and do what they got to do.
Yeah, certainly. The Express and the Fire sparing no expense this week, as we will have the introductions for the Columbus Fire coming up. I'll remind you, next week coming up on Friday, Ohio high school football continues, even though we're in PA today, as the Poland Bulldogs will host the Howland Tigers. The Tigers kicked off the 2024 season with a 28-0 shutout over the Niles Red Dragons.
Yeah, that's been because the Howland's been, they're all right, maybe a 500 team, but maybe slacked a little bit. But
I don't know if they got the memo on that, Coach.
They didn't this year.
Great job out there for the Howland Tigers. They'll make their trip over to Pavlansky Field next Friday, 6:35 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600.
You ready?
I can't wait because I'm excited to see Keelan coach, and he's such a good kid. Man, I call him a kid. He was one of my little boys in the 7th and 8th grade.
Got kids of his own.
Yeah.
We're gonna step aside for the Columbus Fire introductions here for this Tier 1 championship game.
If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I chew. Like an sneeze. Please for them trick squeeze, I'm getting paid. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hard if they love me when I defensive back 7, Jordan Marshall. Draw like I'm an artist, no crawling. Defensive back number 12, James Benedetti. Sucking and swallowing anything for a dollar. Defensive back number 11, David Moore. I did it without an album. Defensive back number 39, Deswam. Love time on fire. Defensive back number 4, Aaron Davis. They thought it was leaf. Then I bought that new Ferrari. Hey, the rest in peace. Hey, the rest in Fire offense. Number 1, Mike Tatum. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Gangsta moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say 5, Juice. Running back number Brandon Williams. Wide receiver Cameron Jackson. Wide receiver 5, Juwan Smith. Wide receiver 0, Quan Under. Yeah. Left tackle Kendrick. Number 7, Demetrius. 7, number 9, Right. And number 75, right tackle, Matt Neal. Those are starters for your Columbus Fire.
Starters introduced for the Columbus Fire, and a bit of information here. Clinton Wallace tells me on Facebook the Fire has 11 championships. Quite frankly, they've been in so many, I thought there were more.
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know if you ever get to the point where you just lose count. And make no mistake, the Columbus Fire have gone on to take on teams throughout, all over the eastern half of the U.S. at least. And I want to say they once had a game with the Racine Raiders. But I have to look back on that to be sure, as they are kind of the standard here at this level, playing at historic Horlick Field there in Racine, Wisconsin. Of course, they'll be competing in the GDFL championship this year.
Which one of these teams went down to Florida and won it? Was it one of these two teams?
Oh, I think they've been there several times.
Okay. Okay.
Again, we talk about these two teams, a lot of hardware. They're going to have to start building places to put all of that.
Well, that's how it goes.
But if you're going to have two marquee teams to represent your league as the top, these two are going to be it. As we're going to stand by for our nation's national anthem. Our nation's national anthem as we get closer to kickoff here at right field. A beautiful night here in Pennsylvania. Just about 80 degrees still at this time. Sun going down, which should help a little bit there, Coach. We were cooking in the box earlier as that sun was pointing right in the window.
Yeah, it's now to our right, scoreboard side. So this is I kind of couldn't wait for this game. I want to see what gauge them and see how they do.
Jordan Spurlock to get this one kicked off for the Columbus Fire. We'll see who the returners are for Erie. They have any number of individuals quite capable of great returns. "15 minutes up on the board, and it'll be Corin Williams back to return for the Erie Express. Coach, we talked about him earlier. Him and Antonio Batista been around a little while here, dynamic players, and they show up in big moments.
There you go. That's what we need right now.
And we talk about Mike Tatum, the quarterback from the Columbus Fire. Make no mistake, probably nobody on this field has as much experience in football IQ as he does. So a great battle up here tonight in the Tier 1 Tri-Point Football League Championship. I want to thank you for joining us here on Western Reserve Radio, whether you're listening on Live 365 or tune in, maybe watching it on Facebook at iMedia One Network, Cleveland Cobras Football, or any other one of the many groups where we are at tonight. Spurlock getting the whistle for play. He's going to check both sides as we get this one underway. And we are underway here at right field. And Corin Williams going to pick this one up at the 10, bring it out to the 20. And he's got some room to the outside. And unfortunately going to cut back in. Might have had a little room to the outside, but he'll make it out to the 35. And that's where the Erie Express will get started, 1st and 10.
That was good return. The only problem was they weren't balanced on the kickoff. They could have been flagged on that. They had 6 to one side, 4 on the other. You got to be balanced out on the kickoff.
Well, you often wonder with the movement in these leagues and what's going on, if they're going to adopt the new kickoff rules for the National Football League and the UFL.
And I think they should, because there's too many injuries that could happen.
And certainly the NFL has watched that. They have implemented it for 2024. And so far, I can't say I've been disappointed. I liked it in the United Football League or the USFL as it was at the time and the XFL, but that is something we'll keep an eye on.
And we saw that first time a few years ago when we went up to Tom Benson Stadium, and we were up there for the games, and we thought that was we both. And Mr. Ferris liked that one too.
Yeah,
I really did.
It really didn't take away from any of the excitement of that particular play.
And now it's happening in the NFL.
And now in a pistol formation, running back to his back, stacked receivers to his left, single receiver up top. Come on, good to hand this one off. Some confusion in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down. Whistles, as that's going to be a loss on the play. A little bit of confusion as Gary Williams got the ball, but
had nowhere to go.
I think that's politely putting it. John Amon looked around. I think he was anticipating that his running back would be somewhere else.
Yeah, something went wrong on that one for sure.
So if you're just joining us, we are just underway here. First quarter action. 14-15 left here in the first quarter. Erie Express now 2nd and 15. As Amon will go back into the pistol formation. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. They'll go with it. A wing on the left. Amon rolling out to the far side. Looking downfield. Throws across his body. Going to be tipped up in the air. And it's going to be picked off by the Fire. They're going to get that at the 30 and fight their way down to the 20. Inside the 20 and down near the 14-yard line. And the Columbus Fire get the first turnover of the game. I believe that's going to be Deion Thompson for the Columbus Fire, and they are set up with great field position.
Absolutely. That was a great job. Somebody stuck that big paw up and knocked that ball straight up in the air, and look out. Look what I found.
I think that's one of the things they discourage quarterbacks from doing is throwing across that body because you can't get that elevation.
Well, exactly right. You got to be straight at him. If you're rolling right, you've got to be able to attack the line of scrimmage. You can't keep rolling right and trying to throw across your body.
So the first 2 plays for the Express are a loss of yardage and a turnover on a tipped pass. Mike Tatum at quarterback for the Columbus Fire. Now they'll go single receiver to the far side, twin receivers to the near side. Pistol formation. Tatum going to bring him a little tight. 3 receivers to the near side. Almost hiding out of sight on me here. Tatum with the handoff and brought down in the backfield.
Running back is brought down in the backfield for no gain.
That's going to be Joe Kosinski on the tackle. Deion Thompson on the carry. I believe it. Now, unless there's 2 number 7s, I believe that's going to be the defensive back who also got the interception.
Okay.
Columbus looking like they might be a little light on the roster, but not much. I see a lot of key names here.
Yeah. I noticed that when they were warming up. I didn't think they traveled well, but how do you miss this?
Tatum in the shotgun now, one running back to his right, 3 receivers to the near side. Tatum rolling out to his right, stepping up in the pocket, going to tuck it inside the 10, 5, and he's going to run out of bounds near the 5-yard line. And it'll be close to a first down.
Takes it himself inside the 10-yard line.
He'll be a few yards short, probably about 4.
Okay, from our angle, it looked like he might have gotten a little bit more, but they're going to say out of bounds.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 from about the 8-yard line.
So 3rd and 4 for the Columbus Fire. 12:37 left here in this first quarter, just underway. The Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 championship game. Tier 2 earlier played at 3 o'clock today. Stark County Wolfpack takes that one. Tatum now in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Tatum looking around, taking his time. 12:14 on a running clock. I'll hand this. Well, Tatum's going to keep this one. Look like a broken play. Looking downfield. Fire is going to be tipped.
The ball was deflected.
And up in the air, and it's picked off by the Erie Express at the 20, 30. He's got one man to beat, and that's going to be Tatum. Actually, he's going to cut back inside, brought down at the 45-yard line.
Jim, I don't think I've ever seen that. They giveth and they taketh away. Holy mackerel.
O'Shea Jackson on the interception for the Erie Express. And the Express back in business, so I guess that would cancel it out.
No harm, no foul.
They're +1, -1. We're back at 0. Great play up front, though, Coach. You know, they say if you can't get to them, get your hands up.
Get them big paws up there, knock it down, get a piece of it, because that ball, you know, it's a bit oval, and it's going to make some funny bounces.
Yeah, make no mistake. Both front lines have done that. John Amon now in a shotgun. Twin receivers actually going to be stacked to both sides. One running back to his right. 1st and 10 from the Columbus 45-yard line. I'll hand this one straight off up the middle, down to the 41-yard line. Lawrence Hughes on the carry for the Express.
Yeah, that was a guessing game, Jim. They linebackers, they're coming, and they blitzed to the left side of the defense, and the right side of the offense was they went through it.
We talked about the size of that front line of the Columbus Fire. Big, strong, and fast. Erie Express, the offensive line, though, no slouch.
Well, you got Marcus Allen in the middle for the Fire, and that is a load.
Yeah, there's no technique to teach on that one.
No.
John Amon now in the shotgun, one running back to his left. Twin receivers to each side. Amon now going to drop the ball. It's going to hit the turf. And it would almost seem like Amon's got a little bit of jitters here, Coach, to start this game.
Well, again, you know, championship game, got to settle down, got to do what you got to do. That's all.
So bring up 3rd down for the Erie Express. 10:42 left here, first quarter, no score after an exchange of turnovers. O'Shea Jackson getting the tip ball for the Erie Express. Deion Thompson getting the tip ball for the Columbus Fire. And I talk about the parallels on this team. They even kind of fear each other in the game.
That's right.
So 3rd and 8 now for the Express at the 42-yard line. And we're going to check with the sideline. And wait for the snap. 3-step drop. Somebody's helmet came off. They're aiming now on to run. He'll elude one tackle. Looking downfield. He'll throw it. It's going to be batted down again.
That ball's deflected.
Heyman was under pressure. Chris Travis trying to track him down in the backfield. And it'll bring up 4th down, and Erie will punt this one away.
Well, battle of the strengths. You give. I take. And so far it's been a stalemate. It's just a matter of what side of the field they're going to be. So this will switch it out. They get a good punt. It'll now be Columbus Fire with their back up against the end zone.
So Columbus going to run on an extra player here at the last second, as will Erie. Dante Panguish going to come in as a gunner. Low snap, going to be picked up, though. Plenty of time. He'll get this one away, an end-over-end punt. They'll let it roll. And it's going to head towards the end zone, and we'll bring that one out after a touchback. And the Columbus Fire will get the ball for the second time tonight. So the Erie Express drives have resulted in an interception and a punt. And the Columbus Fire drive ended in an interception.
There you go.
Could we be looking at another defensive game?
Sure looks like it, but I'm sure somebody's going to catch fire.
Well, the Erie Express have played 3 7-0 games this year. So they are used to being in tight games. Talked about Javon Provett now in there at tackle. The Warren Harding Raider alum. Comes from a long line of outstanding football players.
Now that we laugh about it, but there was Provets that were receivers that were amazing. Just great athlete family.
Football factory. I formation. Tatum will go under center. And we'll talk about that fullback here in a second. He'll hand it off the left side.
Ooh.
And he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
We got a 2-yard.
Got a 27 on there on field, but not on our roster, so we do apologize. He was met right at the line, right in the area of John Provett's spot.
And Mr. Provett had it eat dinner right there because, boy, did he pick him up and drive him.
Well, he'll show him how it's done in Warren, Ohio.
Exactly. Home of the Cleveland Brown Paul Warfield.
Well, a lot to claim here. We could throw names out all day here.
Especially up there.
Sure can. We'll go back to the I formation. Actually, Tatum now will step back. He'll go to split backs, 1 on each hip. 1 receiver to each side. 2nd and 8 for the Columbus Fire. Tatum going to roll out to the near side. Hold up. He's going to be chased down. Javon Provett trying to get him. He won't be able to get him. Tatum now take it off past the 30. He'll head towards the Express sideline, and he'll go out near the 34. And that is going to be enough for a Columbus Fire first down.
Yeah, he's definitely wiry. You got to keep him trapped on that edge, otherwise and the end was there. He just got outrun.
So Mike Tatum, the veteran, picking up the first down with his legs. First and then they'll actually place the ball exactly at the 34. It's a great guess there, Coach, since he went out of bounds on the far side.
Yep.
Sometimes it's a guesstimate.
Yeah.
So Tatum back in a shotgun again. 1 running back to each side. Single receiver to each side. First and 10 for the Fire. Tatum with the handoff. Got some room up the middle. Going to drop the shoulder. Make it past the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. And a big run, a strong run by Brandon Williams.
Well, Williams, when he went to get it hit, he dropped his shoulder down and accelerated on the hit. And he went over top of the defender and ended up with another 3 yards past that.
So 2nd and 4 now for the Columbus Fire. They'll place the ball at the 41. 7:36 left here, first quarter, no score. Highlight so far has been an exchange of interceptions. Tatum now back in the shotgun. Williams to his left. The running back to his right. Now hand this one up the middle, and they'll force it forward. Past the 45, ball come loose, but he was well down by that time.
And that'll be a first down if where they're marking it.
Indeed, he got it just about by a yard. And another Columbus Fire first down. And now it seems, Coach, we've kind of settled things down a little bit here.
Yeah, they're just running right at him.
It was good enough for another Columbus Fire first down.
You come out those first few minutes and you got some jitters. And
sure, that's going to happen everywhere. I always said it's after you get those first couple of hits, then you're done. You're ready. Now you get the job done.
Now for Erie, they're going to have to do the same thing. John Amon going to have to come in and kind of tone it down a little bit. But Tatum now back in the shotgun with the split backs to each hip. All marked at the 45. Tatum taking his time here. Clock runs, 6:36 left first quarter. Tatum back to pass. Looking downfield under pressure. He fires it downfield. Has a receiver. And that's going to be caught. Holy Toledo, that caught ball is going to be caught inside the 15. What an amazing catch in double coverage. And I believe that's going to be Cameron Jackson.
10 from the 13-yard line.
That was an incredible throw. Boy, he put that right on. And I want to tell you what, he took a shot as soon as he released that because somebody was right on him, got him under the chin. He took a beating.
Tatum standing in the pocket. He's right back in there, though. Outstanding catch by Cam Jackson. Tatum now back to pass, looking to his right. Going to just flip it out to the flats, and that's going to be complete. And knocked out of bounds. Caught by Deion Thompson.
Yeah, he wanted that corner route, but the receiver was covered, so that he went to his outlet, which was all it was a little swing pattern. And he was able to hit that for some positive yards.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Columbus Fire. 5:20 left here first quarter, no score. Big play by Mike Tatum. He chucks it downfield to Cam Jackson. Puts the Columbus Fire in the red zone. And Columbus kind of taking their time here. They're going to have to watch the play clock. So twin receivers on the far side. That'll be Juwan Smith and Deion Thompson. 3 receivers to the near side. Empty backfield now for Mike Tatum. Tatum, 3-step drop. Plenty of time. Stepping up in the pocket. Now under pressure. He's just going to go down.
I think that was the turf monster, Jim.
Well,
I've seen it.
He had a decision to make there. Either succumb to the turf monster or fight Javon Provit. I'll take the turf.
And number 13, Mr. Fitty. Chris Ford, a Western Reserve Scourge.
We of course, one of the great names. We got to talk to Ray Catley earlier.
Yeah.
Former running back for the Scourge.
That's always fun. I like over the years, then you run into these guys who've moved on. And I just love to see them and watch them play because I know how they play for us over at the Scourge.
Great conversations to be had now as we'll go empty backfield again. 3 receivers to the left of Tatum, 2 receivers to the right. 3:51 here on a running clock here. First quarter, no score. 3rd down for the Fire. Tatum back to pass. A lot of time here. Fires out to the corner of the end zone. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. A perfect pitch and catch from Mike Tatum. And I believe that's going to be Brandon Williams maybe on the reception. It's hard to tell if it's a 2 or a 3 with those numbers. We do apologize here, but okay, that might have been Cameron Jackson too. So Marangle, it's hard to tell, but he'll go back to the empty backfield here. They're going to have to watch Mike Tatum in there as he can run.
That was actually good coverage. They had a man short and a man tall, and he just makes a great throw and catch.
Yeah, it looked like he had a corner and a safety. He went over to help.
Yeah.
He was no help at all. Tatum now taking it himself into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's a touchdown for the Columbus
2-yard run for the Columbus Fire. They take a 6-0 lead here with 2:55 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was, I tell you what, was patient. They ran the ball well, threw the ball well. Coverage is actually there. He's just putting it where where his guys can only catch it, and they're going up and climbing that ladder and pulling it down. So, got to get to him. Got to keep him contained.
And the difference in this game so far has been the quarterback play of both teams. Extremely positive for Columbus, as John Amon struggling a little bit here in the first quarter. Jordan Spurlock on for the extra point. Mike Tatum will be the hold. 2:55 left here, first quarter. Fire with a 6-0 lead pending the extra point. Snap is back a little low, and it's going to be blocked. Tatum trying to pick it up, and it's going to be down near the 17-yard line. That's one of your favorite rules, by the way, returning the blocked extra point.
Yeah.
So 2:55 left here, first quarter. Columbus takes a 7-0 lead. A 6-0 lead over the Erie Express. Will step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the PAFL Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
2:55 left here, first quarter. Columbus goes downfield, 9 plays, 80 yards. Mike Tatum gets into the end zone on a 2-yard run, puts the Fire up by a score of 6-0. And for the Erie Express, offensively, they are minus 5 yards here in the first quarter. Spurlock to kick this off. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick. Picked up at the 11-yard line. He'll bring it out to the 20, 25. And he'll spin around, be brought down near the 30-yard line. Warren Williams on the return for the Erie Express. And now for John Amon, he's going to have to settle down and settle in.
Yeah, he's going to have to. You could see that he's just not comfortable back there, but I think he'll be all right. He's just got to take his time. There's no, if you don't have a rush on, also not long passes. Got to do underneath stuff until you get into a rhythm if you're going to throw the ball. Running the ball, they got to get it done.
So 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here in this first frame. Amon will be in the backfield. One back to his right. 3 receivers to the near side, Corin Williams being the outside receiver. He'll also be joined by Pledger and Singleton. Handoff this time up the middle. And the Erie Express driving past the 35 down to the 36-yard line. But as a wise man once said, hold the phones. We have a flag on the play.
That's got to be offside defense.
And I'm sure the Express are hoping you're right on this one. Thought it might have been a hold, but we'll get the official call from our referee this evening.
Does it look like this side of the defense jumped? Yep, they're pointing that way.
So the officials at midfield discussing this. Not sure what there is to discuss, but
Wiggins looked like he jumped. So
both teams ready to run a play. Or officials still talking at midfield. And they're going to wave that flag off. Okay, so it never happened.
Offsides on the defense.
Okay, our PA announcer says offsides on the defense, but the umpire is now going to pick the ball up and move it back to the original line of scrimmage. Okay, so the official's getting it right. May have taken a moment, but they're going to get it right. Why are you looking at me like that?
Spoken like an ex-official.
John Amon now in the shotgun. Again, they'll go 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side, moving right to left on your devices. Amon now with the hard count. And we're going to get a flag. They're going to stop this. And, of course, the Fire going to point at the Express. The Express going to point at the Fire. And, indeed, the Fire were right on that. That will put them back 5. 2nd and 10 now for the Erie Express. And, again, the offensive struggles continue here.
Well, what's happening is, Jim, they're jumping around, and it's causing Erie's front line to get a little bit of happy feet. Instead of knowing what you got, knowing your blocks, he comes across your face, he's on your inside gap, think what the play is, and do what you got to do there.
So the ball now moved back to the 31-yard line, be the original line of scrimmage. Aiming in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side again. Single receiver up top. Aiming now with the hard count. They'll hand it off. They'll test that right side. Get out past the 35, down to the 37-yard line. Lawrence Hughes on the carry for the Express.
So just about where they were the last time.
So a little bit more manageable here. 3rd and about 4.
Right.
So we talk about how that playbook opens up a little bit. And certainly not 4-down territory here. So,
well, I noticed Columbus Fire, they do a lot of subbing. A lot. They try to keep fresh people in there.
Again, probably not the most players I've seen them travel with before, but they do a good job. Here's Amon now still back in the backfield in the shotgun. Used to his right. 3 receivers to the near side. 3-step drop for Amon. Looking downfield. Pump fake's going to roll out towards the Erie sideline. Under pressure. Tries to throw the ball, but takes a shot, and it's going to go into the dirt. That'll bring up 4th down. No go for the Erie Express, and their offensive struggles continue.
Yeah, they're just well, what's happening is the Columbus Fire is just sending everybody. They've got to do something short underneath where them backers are going. You got to dump something over top of them.
Yeah, and what you notice is with so much pressure up front from the Columbus Fire, the secondary of the Fire doing a great job taking away options.
Well, sure. They're taking the long stuff away, but you should be able to sneak somebody out.
Well, Marcus Allen coming out. He won't be on the punt return team. I don't know why. I put him back as a protector, actually. Hide behind him.
Yeah.
Scary. So Jawan Smith to return for the Fire. And it's going to be a fake. The Erie Express going to run for it. And he's going to drop the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to be short. A turnover on downs.
Before he was brought down, that'll be a turnover on downs.
And Columbus will take over in Erie territory. I think that was a design play, Coach, because it looked like everything went well.
Yeah, I think he thought he could get on the outside. You got to respect that speed. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
So an interesting decision here by the Erie Express. 1:03 left here in this first quarter. Columbus with a 6-0 lead. Fire take the lead on a 2-yard run by Mike Tatum. And now they'll take over 1st and 10 at the Erie 35-yard line. Tatum again going empty backfield. 3 receivers to the far side. Juwan Smith will be the slot on the left side. Tatum taking his time, going to scan the field. Quick pass out to the far side, going to be picked up at the 39. He'll move it forward, nowhere to go. Ball's going to be dropped, but he's going to be out of bounds.
Sorry, Jim.
Cameron Jackson on the reception, and you could tell a truly trained football player anytime a ball goes down, ball, you know.
Absolutely.
No matter where it is.
Absolutely. It could be an announcer booth, and you're going to see it.
You could drop it at the hash marks, or you can drop it in the, in the stands in the 3rd row. And
it's like a punt. When you see a short punt, I know I'm yelling in my head, poison, 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 or Peter, 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 because that was our thing for 4,000 years.
So empty backfield again for Tatum. They'll switch to 3 receiver side to the near side. So to the right of Tatum will be 3 receivers, 2 to his left. 2nd and 10. Tatum back to pass. Under pressure. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll fire this down the middle of the field as a receiver open. It's going to be caught and into the end zone. A 35-yard touchdown pass from Mike Tatum, and I think that was Cameron Jackson on the reception.
Put 6 on the board.
That was unbelievable. The coverage was right there. The defender had the ball in his hand, and he picked it up and pulled it right off of him and sat down in the end zone.
Trying to figure out who that was. And I'm going to, wow, wearing number 5. We know it's not Marcus Allen.
Yeah, he's wearing 5, but we don't got that.
So we apologize, but a 35-yard touchdown pass from Mike Tatum. So Tatum responsible for a 2-yard run and a 35-yard touchdown pass. And Spurlock will come in for the extra point for the Fire. Fire up by a score of 12-0. Tatum for the hold is one guy's going to flip sides of the field there. He was in no rush. Kick his up. And it is good. 13 seconds left here, first quarter. The Fire take a 12-0 lead over the Erie Express. We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Spurlock will kick this off. And for the Fire, it's going to be a 2-play, 35-yard drive to put the Fire ahead by a score of 13-0. Again, Tatum having a good time down there. As Spurlock to kick this off. End over end kick will be picked up by Corin Williams at the 10-yard line. He'll bring this straight up the middle, try to break it to the outside, elude one tackle, but he won't elude the other two. He'll be brought down at the 29-yard line. Still 3 seconds left here in this first quarter. So Erie will have time for one play before we flip sides of the field here. So far, Erie, no answers here as they have struggled, quite frankly, at the quarterback position.
Very badly. Very badly. I need to put that on.
It's been a long day.
Good Lord. Let's take my headsets off, rest my ears. It gets a little warm in here, and forgot to put them back on.
So the Express, 3 receivers to the far side. Now Corin Williams will be the single receiver to the near side. He'll be one-on-one with Dylan Moore. Handoff by Amon. And the Erie Express will move it all the way down to the 40-yard line as time expires here in the first quarter. It'll be close to a first down depending on where they want to spot it.
It's first down, Jim. They just signaled it.
All right, so first down for the Erie Express. As we come to the end of the first quarter, we'll step aside for a quick break. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
We head to the second quarter here at right field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. We'll flip sides as the Express now will have the ball at the 40-yard line. John Amon still in at quarterback. They'll send 3 receivers to the near side. Express now moving left to right. If you are listening in on Live 365. And we're going to have some movement, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty coming up against the Express. And
they got to settle down offensively. Wow. I mean, they're just
a lot of jitters here, Coach. I mean, you would hope that after the first quarter or midway through the first quarter, that would have settled, but they are definitely struggling here.
Big time.
So now it'll be 1st and 15. Ball move back to the 35. They'll go back to the 3 receiver set to the near side. Come on with the handoff. Going to be met in the backfield, and he'll lose a couple of yards on the play.
Running back is brought down in the backfield for a 3-yard loss.
So from 2nd and 15 to just about 2nd and 17 for the Express.
What's happening there is the linebackers look like they're delay blitzing. They're seeing what they're holding back for a second, seeing where the blocking's going. The heads aren't up on either the guard or the tackle, and he just got a free run right at the running back. He never got touched.
Erie now 2nd and 17 here. 14:23 left here, second quarter. Columbus Fire with a 13-0 lead over the Erie Express. John Amon in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Amon, 3-step drop, looking downfield under pressure. He's going to run to the far side, try to find some room to run. He'll tuck it. Then it'll be thrown out of bounds unceremoniously by the Columbus Fire defense. May have picked up a yard on the play, but not much more than that.
I'll tell you that what's happening, that's exactly what's happening. The offensive line is getting confused, and they're hesitating enough where they're able to slip right in there. It was the linebacker on this side who made the tackle on the far end of the field. All he did was it was wide open. He went through and ran him down.
Clock will continue to run here with 13:35. Second quarter action here from right field. Game 2 of our doubleheader today. Stark County Wolfpack and the West Virginia Leviathan battling for the Tier 2 championship earlier. The Wolfpack will take the hardware back to Canton, Ohio. John Amon now in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Amon now on a read, looking downfield, throws it, and again, didn't look very smooth on the read. Had to pick the ball up off the turf, got rid of it, and threw it out of bounds. So 4th down for the Erie Express, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, this is not good for Erie. Their offense is struggling horribly. Their timing is off. And I hate to say it, but their quarterback, I mean, it's just Ammon's just not.
So you have to question at what point do you make that change?
Yeah,
you're already down 13-0, and it's going to be hard to dig yourself out of a hole against a Columbus Fire team.
Yeah, especially when you haven't moved the yards, and I got to think it's probably almost negative again.
So the Express into punt. Good snap. That'll get this one off. It'll be an end-over-end line drive. They'll hit at the 34-yard line, picked up by Columbus. He'll return it to the near side.
Number 4 on the return.
Jawan Smith with the ball. Past the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Steps out of bounds and gets swung down.
Smith going to set up the Columbus Fire with good field position. He was brought down by Gary Williams.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Columbus Fire.
Fire looking to add to their lead here. 12:53 left here, second quarter.
on those punts, they need to start breaking down 5 to 7 yards before they get to the guy for the returner, and they're not, and therefore they're taking a step right or left, and they're balling right past them. It's not helping you out, guys. You've got to get better. You got to be more disciplined.
And if I remember correctly, this is how the game started out in Week 7 of the Tri-Point Football League between these two teams. Erie had to claw their way back, but you don't want to play from behind with this team.
And not on a championship game either.
Certainly. So Mike Tatum again in an empty backfield here, which is going to make it difficult for the Erie Express defense. Tatum back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket under pressure. He eludes one tackle, gets the ball out, and it's going to be caught at the 46-yard line. That'll be picked up by Jawan Smith, and that's just enough for a Columbus first down.
First down.
That was, I mean, they're definitely a good football team. He saw the trouble he was at. Receivers stopped, turned, came back a little bit, and he got the ball to him.
Mike Tatum, again, the difference here between essentially the difference in this game, as he has been on point.
Oh, absolutely.
So they'll move the 3 receivers to the far side now, twin receivers to the near side. Tatum looking over the field as he has picked apart the Erie Express here so far. 12:06 left here in the game. Tatum with the quick pass out to the far side, and he'll bring it out to the 40-yard line. May give him the 39.
Screen pass complete for a 5-yard.
Receiver came in motion towards the quarterback. Ball was snapped as he was running towards the quarterback. He got it to him, turned it up, and got some good yardage.
Now it's difficult to see what the number was on that, but a well-executed play to give the Columbus Fire a 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the empty backfield. 2nd and 3, 11:21 left here, second quarter. Columbus with a 13-0 lead here in this Tier 1 championship game. Tatum taking his time here. When you're having a game like this, you can take all the time you want. Flag on the play. And Tatum going to escape again under pressure. Fire downfield. And almost hit his receiver at the 15-yard line, but we have a flag coming in from our line judge. Encroachment coming up against the Express. And I am sure Columbus would be happy to take that.
They're shooting themselves in the foot. Now then they can't even line up. They have got to get better. They have to get discipline here. Can't let it get out of hand.
That'll result in a Columbus first down. The woes continue. Now it's on both sides of the ball, Coach. It's been tough here all around for the Express. They've had a slow start. 10:52 left here, second quarter. Columbus 13, Erie nothing. We'll go with the empty backfield set again. Ball at the 34-yard line. They'll bring Jawan Smith into the backfield now. They'll give it to Smith. He'll head straight upfield, make one cut, and he'll be tripped up near the 25-yard line. He'll be about a yard or two short of a first down. As the clock continues to run, Smith will come out. Brandon Williams will head in relief for the Fire.
It's just pitch and catch. It's just run down the field. They have not stopped them at all. This yardage on first down has been probably an average of 6 yards a carry, if not more.
So five wide receivers. They'll bring Williams back into the backfield. He'll be to the right of Tatum. Tatum in the shotgun. Some movement up front, and we're going to get a flag. We'll see if it's encroachment. Official's going to come in and advise the referee what they have. And we'll get the call from our referee tonight. Encroachment defense. So the Express will give up another easy first down.
Defense number 40 was offsides again, 5-yard penalty.
So unfortunately, that is 2 offside penalties against D'Angelo James, who's, I'm sure, trying to time up the snap, trying to get to Tatum, but in the process, he's also giving him 10 yards.
Yeah, you can't give it ground up to this team at all. Got to make them fight for everything you got.
9:51 left here in the second quarter. Columbus 1st and 10. Ball near the 20-yard line. Tatum again in an empty backfield, which has caused all kinds of problems for the Erie Express defense. Tatum now walking up on the line. He'll maybe change some assignments. He'll head back. Satisfied with what he found as Williams now will readjust. He'll go to the left of Mike Tatum. Tatum back to pass. 3-step drop under pressure. Going to fire across the middle. It's going to be caught in the end zone for another Columbus Fire touchdown. And the Fire take a 19-0 lead over the Erie Express. And it has been all Columbus Fire here in the first half. And unfortunately, I think it was a number 5. We have 2 number 5s, but I don't think he's either one of them. He doesn't look like a defensive tackle. But Tatum now with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown on the ground. So when you talk about the one obvious difference here between these teams, it has been the quarterback play.
Absolutely. But the defense has really caused them trouble. And unfortunately, Erie they just can't get going. Little shout out to my granddaughter, Courtney, who works propane for me when I'm not there. And she's listening from Warren, Ohio.
Columbus Fire 20.
Home of Javon Provitt.
The Provitt family.
5 plays, 57 yards. And the Columbus Fire have a 20-0 lead over the Erie Express. 9:13 left here in the first quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Spurlock on the kick for the Columbus Fire. 20-0 is your score. This one going to be a short one, and it looks like it's going to head. It was going to go out of bounds, but took a Columbus Fire bounce, and it'll be returned by the Fire. It's going to be upended. Corin Williams on the return. He won't get much out of that, and he'll be stopped inside the 15 at the 11.
Inbounds back in. It was picked up, and the runner was brought down at about the 11-yard line.
When it's your time, it's your time. Yay.
And certainly, I can't think of one thing other than that initial interception, anything that's gone wrong for the Columbus Fire since then.
Everything has been spot on. I tell you what, looks sharp. Everything looks good offensively. The defense is coming. There's just got to be some changes made.
So the Express 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. 9:02 left here in this first half. Tier 1 championship here at Wright Field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. Here now will come out twins to the right. Okay, man, they'll move one receiver over. Actually, they'll exchange, and they'll go twins to each side. Aiming in the shotgun, one running back to his left. They'll send a man in motion, high motion, be Corum Williams. They'll hand this one off, trying to get some room. Let's make one cut and get to the outside. 15, 20, and down out of bounds. Near the, I believe it's going to be the 24-yard line. Hard to tell as he ran into the Columbus sideline.
And that's enough for an Erie Express first down.
So Erie.
Well, they got one. They got a good first down on a run. They got 10 yards. So see how it goes.
That's probably been the best play for them here in the second quarter.
Exactly.
So 8.5 minutes left here. Columbus Fire with a 20-0 lead. And I think if you're the Express, maybe a little bit shell-shocked.
Mistakes. Got to just button it up. Not out of this game. You get a whole half plus.
And again, we talked about it the last game they played, and where's the Express in a deficit. They came back before things went awry. Twin receivers to the left now, aiming back to pass. 3-step drop, fires out to his left. Going to be caught at the 30, 35, and brought down near the 44-yard line.
Over the 40-yard line.
Best play of the night for the Erie Express. Trying to get a number for you on the reception. And I believe that's going to be Nazir Singleton. So Erie will have the ball. They'll mark it actually at the Express 42-yard line. 7:34 left here, second quarter. You can tell the Columbus Fire feeling it over here on the sideline. Everything going their way here so far. So far, a 3-play drive for the Express, aiming in the shotgun. They'll send Singleton in motion from right to left. 3-step drop, looking out to his left, fires downfield. The receiver's going to have to come back, and it's going to be dropped near the 26. Threw it into double coverage, and
he actually had it in his hands, Jim. But then somebody came, the other defender came and knocked it out of his hands. He was there. I tell you what, he throws it harder and deeper. That's touchdown because he had both of them beat.
2nd and 10 now for the Erie Express. Clock will stop with 7:01 left, second quarter here. Lights starting to come on here. The sun goes down. Beautiful night for championship football. There's a 42 in there to the left of Amon. Don't know who that is. Thought maybe that might be Alan Jones, but it is not. No, hand it off this time. Past the 50, 40. He'll spin. Ball loose on the turf. And we'll see who comes out from the pile with it. And they're going to say Erie does. So the ball will stay with the Express at the 45-yard line, although they make it into Columbus territory. 6:33 left here in this second quarter. The Express having the best drive of the night here so far.
Sometimes that you try too hard and you try to dig too deep. And that ball come flying out there. He was so lucky. They finally got some momentum going.
One thing you have to do, though, in this situation, hold on to the ball.
Oh. Now they have got to get down and score. Nice, long, substantial drive.
3 receivers to the near side. Ryan Whitman will be the outside receiver. Aiming in the shotgun. Send Singleton in motion from right to left. They'll hand it off again up the middle. They'll get past the 40 and down to the 38. So Erie continues their work on the ground.
I definitely expect Columbus Fire to go back to that defense and start firing people.
They're on the move. They're at the Columbus.
And Columbus going to burn a timeout here. 5:43 left here, second quarter. The Fire lead the Erie Express by a score of 20-0. We'll step aside for a 30-second break. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
.543 left here, second quarter. Columbus with a 20-0 lead over the Erie Express. Express now second down and 3 with the ball marked at the 38-yard line. Singleton in motion again from right to left. Come on back, plants his feet, fires. It's going to be cut by Singleton, but we have a flag on the near side here.
Flag on the play.
Our line judge going to come in and tell us it's going to be encroachment against Columbus.
The penalty is going to be against the defense.
So the question, well, obviously you'll take that to get the first down.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got that.
So Erie may get a free first down out of it. We're going to be look like they were going to be short on the reception. As there's Singleton with the catch.
So that should be a first down.
And indeed, it will be. So first down for the Erie Express on the 5-yard penalty. Encroachment offense by the Columbus Fire. 5:33 left here in the second quarter. Erie trailing Columbus by a score of 20-0. It has been the Mike Tatum show here all night long. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns so far and run for 1 himself. As John Amon will be in the shotgun. 1 running back to his left, 3 receivers to his right. He'll send Corin Williams in motion this time from right to left. 3-step drop. Amon going to fire out to the far side. And he's going to hit Corin Williams out at the 25, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Clock will stop. 5:22 left here, second quarter. And Erie finally has something going here on offense.
That was a great long throw, too. It was a wonderful throw. And here's the other thing I've noticed. The front line has picked it up. They're not getting to him now.
Well, some adjustments obviously made. Columbus was creating all kinds of havoc in the backfield at will.
100%.
So Amon in the shotgun. Send a man in motion from right to left. That'll be Whitman. This time it'll be
quarterback keeper.
It'll be Amon keeping the ball this time. He'll get downfield and up for a first down. He'll go out of bounds, I believe right around the 13-yard line. Hard to tell from our angle.
Right.
But the clock will continue to run. Actually, well, I stopped and then started. So 4:32 left your second quarter. Erie going to have to do something with this as they will head into halftime. Now, the other part of the equation is you got to keep Columbus out of the end zone.
Yeah. Well, you got to score. And I mean, 3 just ain't good enough. You've got to get a touchdown and an extra point.
So Erie taking their time. They'll go to a huddle. First and 10 for the Erie Express. I'll mark the ball at the 13. Pistol formation now. We're running back behind Amon. Send a receiver in motion from right to left. Amon now going to roll out to the backside, looking downfield. He fires. It's going to be thrown into the turf. Incomplete.
There was somebody in the back of the end zone waving and jumping up and down. He was wide open, and he did not see him.
That's one of those things we're going to go back and watch the film. And clock will stop at 3:41 left here, second quarter. Light's coming on here, Coach, and
yeah, that's not
very bright.
No, it is not.
So we'll do the best we can here. Getting a little older here, Coach. You know, the headlights are dimming a little bit.
Getting a little older. I am older.
Well, I meant me, but if you want to jump on board.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Twin receivers to each side. They'll send a man in motion, high motion. Hand off this time straight up the middle. And the ball is going to come loose. Amon's going to pick it up again. And he's going to be eluded. Tackle. He's going to throw it. And he completed it off the back of his heels. And Into the end zone. Is that a touchdown?
Yes.
Coach, just the way they drew it up, a fumble that came back to John Amon.
Yeah.
Amon is sacked on the way down. He tosses the ball out to the receiver, which was Joey Scarabino. I don't know if that was him or not.
And I'll tell you why that counted. It should count because the ball fumbled was not further than the line of scrimmage. It didn't look. So it came back, and then they were able to throw. Now, the only problem could be is you had linemen downfield, but I don't know if that's who knows.
Well, the entire officiating crew is getting together at the hash marks near the 10-yard line. And
here for an explanation of what's going on.
And I'll tell you, just the way they drew it up, I'm
Touchdown.
sure.
That'd be an Erie Express touchdown.
So the Express, they get on the board with 3:23 left here in the second quarter on, I don't even know how to describe it, Coach.
Well, all I can think of, the ball couldn't have gone over the line of scrimmage because if it did, that would have been the play.
Yeah.
But what's the difference? It's no difference than running the ball, turning around to the line of scrimmage and tossing it back.
Well,
it's the same thing.
I think we have more questions than answers at this point.
Can you call down to the field that guy in the white cap and ask him to explain it to us? Because we don't know what the hell went on.
Eric Rockwood on for the extra point.
That's lining up for the extra point attempt.
3:23 left here, second quarter, and one of the crazier plays you'll see at this level, and we've seen some. So extra point attempt, snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. It's 3:23 left here, second quarter. Erie gets on the board by way of, I don't know what to call it, Coach. I don't even know what to say.
Almost looked like a flea flicker.
And again, I'm sure on the dry erase board, that's exactly how it was written up. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
.323 left here, second quarter. The Erie Express, 6 plays, 88 yards.
That is
10 plays, 88 yards, and they get in the end zone on a play, Coach.
That is the craziest play. Wow. Let's see that on tape.
It's 7. That's we're going to stop there. Erie's going to kick this one off, and it's going to be Smith picking it up at the 5-yard line. He'll bring it out. Got a head of speed. Coming up the Erie Express sideline to break a few tackles and get out to the 34. And a fantastic return by Jawan Smith for the Columbus Fire. They'll take over first and 10 at the 34, leading by a score of 20-7.
Now, here's the problem. Will Erie Express tighten up and stop them? There's going to be the key to this game. They got to get after him. They've done a great job now offensively figuring things out. Now they got to figure things out defensively.
320, looks like 321 left here. Of course, of all things tonight, we have a poll in front of the scoreboard. So,
Yep.
That's just the way things are going to go.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll work around it.
Now it's no crazier than the play we just saw.
Yeah.
We'll take it, though. So first and 10 for the Fire. They'll actually mark the ball at the 35.
And I'm sure that play is going to end up on ESPN or something where we can re-see it.
What do they call those? Reels. We'll see a lot of those tonight. Tatum now adjusting his receivers as he's going to move Deion Thompson a little closer to the left tackle. They'll pitch it out, and he'll try to get it on the end around. And try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he will be brought down Cameron Jackson on the jet sweep.
Well, I don't know how the corner did, or the wide receiver on the corner didn't get called for basically dancing. He had his arms around him in front of the official. There was no call. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when you wrap your arms around the defense, I believe that's holding.
Well, the way things have gone for Erie, I mean, they'll take any breaks they can get.
Wow.
Actually, they'll mark the ball back at the 35, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now for the Columbus Fire. 2:36 left here as the clock will continue to run. We'll approach halftime here. Right field here in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. Second game of our doubleheader. Tatum will be in the empty backfield again. Erie trying to move around a little bit, maybe create some confusion. A little bit of a high snap. Tatum will bring that down, no problem. Under pressure, he'll fire it. And that almost caught it right off of the turf.
I heard that thing bounce. Come on.
Pass was intended for Deion Thompson.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Chippewas.
You're wrong.
Thank you. YSU used to play the Chippewas, or still do. Who is that?
And the CTE moment just kicked in.
See, there you go. Come on, Craven.
Oh, he said Central Michigan. Central Michigan is the Chippewas.
Oh, okay.
Not only does he do stats, but he answers random questions.
And I coached, again, and was with last year with the Central Michigan defensive coordinator. That would be Mike Zordid Sr.
Oh, another Youngstown guy. Just name dropping there, Coach.
Cheney High School guy, too.
So Tatum, 3rd and 10. He'll be in an empty backfield again. As this has caused a lot of problems for the Erie Express defense, but so far they've tightened up. Tatum settling down here, showing no excitement. He'll launch this one downfield. That's going to be caught again at the 31-yard line.
Number 5's out of bounds at the 30-yard
And again,
line.
I wish we knew one number 5 was. Maybe Ronald Burrell. Marcus Allen's a defensive tackle, but they got Burrell listed as a defensive tackle also.
Well, it's got to be one of them.
We need to get a name on it because he has been amazing. Like strong hands as he's been in double coverage a couple of times.
He just squeezes that ball, and they can't get it off of him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Fire at the Express 30-yard line. 2 minutes left here in the first half, and we're going to have the 2-minute warning as the Okay, well, I don't think somebody told the officials on that one. All right, so they utilize the NCAA rules here, but the officials said, you know what, we need a break. 2 minutes is good. So we'll keep that one here. I want to again send out congratulations to the Stark County Wolfpack as they won the Tier 2 championship here in the Tri-Point Football League earlier, beating the West Virginia Leviathan by a score of 7-3. And we talked about the score, and if you like scoring, that's great, but I'll tell you, you missed a heck of a game here in Chippewa, Pennsylvania, because that was a physical and well-played game earlier.
Yes, it was. Defensive battle.
So after the impromptu officials timeout, we won't call it a 2-minute warning. Fire will start 1st and 10 at the Express 30-yard line here with exactly 2 minutes left. Fire with a 20-7 lead. Tatum, he'll remain in the empty backfield. Tell Mike Tatum with a firm grasp on this offense, makes the adjustments at will. And he will keep in mind he is a veteran here on many levels. Tatum with the footwork trying to get to the outside. He's going to fall down. Ball's going to come loose. Erie's going to pick it up. One lineman to beat. Erie down the field. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line with 1:47 left here in the second quarter. The Erie Express gets the Mike Tatum fumble. It looked like he might have been trying to throw that. Coach threw it into the dirt as he went down, and we're going to have a bunch of whistles here. And we'll see if they're going to discuss. We got a flag back here at the 43-yard line, which I'm going to assume came after the interception. So
But
this may come back.
So it might. No, I don't. If it's down there, I doubt it's going to come back. What I'm thinking, it was either holding by whoever was blocking, or he got blasted out of bounds.
Our official's going to gather over at the 35-yard line.
Somebody's down on a knee for Erie, so they could have got maybe picked back, or who knows.
It's going to be a blindside block.
Yeah.
We'll get the call from our official. We'll see if we can actually pick him up if he'll come close enough. So dead ball, unsportsmanlike, coming up against Erie. Now that'll be after the fact. That will be a dead ball foul, so that will be assessed from the end of the play. 1:47 left here, second quarter. So that will push Erie back 15 yards. But it'll be a 1st and 10 nonetheless for the Express. And they have an opportunity to go in a half
15-yard penalty
in a better situation. Actually, the ball now will be placed at the Columbus 49-yard line. Erie will have 1:47 to work with here in the half. So all kinds of excitement here. As the second turnover of the night for the Columbus Fire. Tatum throws an interception on a tip ball in the first quarter.
Express keeps the ball
fumbles
after the fumble.
here in the second quarter, but
At the Fire 49
I wasn't sure that he wasn't trying to throw that ball forward when he was going down and threw it into the dirt.
I don't know.
Bounced right up into the hands of an Erie player. So John Amon now in a pistol formation. Single receiver to the near side. We'll keep an eye on that. He'll hand this one off up the middle. They picked up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 now for the Erie Express. Clock will continue to run here. 1:38 left second quarter.
They got to be in a hurry here. Call the play. Get up there.
Erie trying to get into a 2-minute offense, but not sure it's going as fluidly as they would have hoped. Amon now waiting for the snap. They'll hand it off up the middle, past the 45, 40, and down at the 39-yard line. They're actually just going to give him the 40. They'll say he went down and slid. It'll be just short of a first down. Clock is stopped, and I believe that's 1:14 left on the clock, but that pulls in the way, so it's hard to tell.
Officials. It was a timeout.
Okay, so Erie going to take a timeout.
Express taking their first time out of the half.
We'll step aside for a quick break. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 2 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iBedia One Network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
1:17 left here in this first half. Erie now with the ball, 2nd and 10. They'll mark it at the 40-yard line. Pistol formation for the Express. Amon now waiting for the ball. Twin receivers to each side. He'll roll out to the near side, fire, and that's going to be caught near the 35-yard line, and he'll go out of bounds. That's going to be, well, they got listed as Scarabino on the roster, number 11, but that is not Joey Scarabino.
Complete pass to 33 for the Erie Express.
Okay, so we had a number change. All right, excellent. So that was Terry Jackson. Glad we figured that out. So they'll send a man in motion from right to left. Amon back to pass. The roll to the near side. Has a little bit of room to run. He'll go out of bounds. Stop the clock with 57 seconds left. He'll pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Express. And John Amon now playing a little bit smarter here. We're seeing some things now that we they probably would have liked to have seen in the first quarter.
Yeah, things have settled down for them. And we're still running the same defense, but we're now being smart and picking up. So somebody across the coach or somebody made an adjustment. So
I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Western Reserve Radio, whether you're watching it on Facebook, on YouTube, or listening in on the Live 365 network. Amon now in the shotgun. One running back to his left, twin receivers to each side. Send a man in motion from right to left. That'll be Pledger. Amon under pressure, trying to get rid of the ball, throwing it towards the sideline. And I don't know if it made it across the line of scrimmage, and Columbus is calling for a flag. He dropped back, but he looked like he was out of the pocket, but did not get it across the line of scrimmage. That's a two-prong issue there.
There it is.
And there's the flag. They're going to drop an intentional grounding. Coming up against Erie, he had all kinds of pressure coming at him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He was about to get his face ripped off by two guys that were hitting one end and the other side.
Just when we compliment him, he has another bad moment.
See what you've done?
I don't even know how to fix it. But it's been all fire here at Express. One great drive. Now Erie trying to capitalize on the turnover.
But they found the blocking scheme that they need to slow them down up front. All they did was they brought somebody off the edge. I don't know if that was a corner and it was just a hot read. And if that corner's there and he's cheating in, then they've got to have a hot read where that receiver replaces him.
So the Express will have the ball at their own 49-yard line. They will have to get to the 23-yard line on the Columbus side of the field. And as they give us the call for the illegal grounding, loss of down, it'll be third down. So their aim is to get to the 23-yard line with 50 seconds left here in this half. Erie going to take a timeout. So we will do so as well. You are listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, all a part of the iMedia One Network.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
50 seconds left here, second quarter. Erie with the ball at their own 49 now. As pointed out to me, that is back where they started this drive at after the turnover by Mike Tatum. So it's Amon back to pass, fires over the middle, and it's going to be dropped at the 35-yard line. I believe Corin Williams was the intended receiver on that.
That incomplete pass.
That'll bring up fourth down for the Erie Express.
Just like they used to say, hit you in a bad spot, your hands.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't a receiver.
You were a linebacker. Look what I found.
On a couple of occasions. Blind squirrel found nut.
Yep, you ran to the right, ran to the left, you ran up the bleachers, down the bleachers, and I said, Jim, how many yards you get? 5 yards.
Ran probably 40, but it was a net gain of 5.
Yeah. Next to the Erie, Lake Erie, with waves crashing.
See, remember the pitch on that field, though?
Oh, God.
You couldn't see me from the other side.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so here we go. Punt team on for the Erie Express. High snap, but they'll bring it down and get this one. It's going to be tipped. And it's going to be picked up at the 50, caught, and returned to the 40. And the Fire will run this one out of bounds. They'll go out of bounds near the 24-yard line. So the ball was tipped, went up in the air, and was brought back. And it's just been one thing after another for the Erie Express tonight.
You know, there are times that you go to a game and you go, what next? They're having one of those what next.
And it's hard to see the number. I'm thinking that might be the linebacker, Nate Burks.
Here in the second quarter,
For the Fire. Now, the Fire have 35 seconds to work with. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 24. Columbus leading by a score of 20-7.
That was Mr. Wiggins who got that. They're all congratulating, yelling at him.
Okay. All right, so I stand corrected on that.
Miguel.
So Tatum now in the shotgun. One running back to his left. I believe that'll be Brandon Williams. Twin receivers to the far side. He'll roll out to the near side, look downfield, plant his feet, scan, fire, and it's going to be caught near the 15-yard line.
That's going to be another first down.
Columbus will pick up the first down.
It's a 14-yard line for
so
the
1st and
Columbus
10 now
Fire.
for Columbus. 28 seconds to work with. As Mike Tatum has just been absolutely masterful here in the first half. We talk about the receivers, the Columbus Fire. We talk about strong hands, pulling that ball out of the air from the defenders. So 1st and 10 for the Fire. Tatum in the shotgun. Brandon Williams to his right. Twin receivers to both sides. Tatum rolling out to the far side. Looking downfield under pressure. Going to roll back to the opposite side. Going to tuck it himself. Take it upfield. Head towards the end zone. And he's going to be, I believe, just short. Down at the 1-yard line with 15 seconds left. 1st and goal for the Fire, but the problem is they only have 15 seconds left. We'll see if they decide to kick a field goal here at some point, but I believe, and I don't know how many timeouts the Fire has.
Somebody is.
Cramp over on the express side here.
A player down for Erie. Hopefully just a cramp here. We have been experiencing that this evening with the heat and humidity we've had in the area. It was cool for the earlier part of the week, but it has heated up between yesterday and today, and we're back to high temperatures and humidity. And they're going to assist the Erie player off the field, so hopefully he will be okay. Certainly don't like to see anybody injured.
No.
All right, so after they were trying to help him off the field, he went back down. So, and
I could tell you those hurt.
Just seems in recent years we've seen more and more of that, and you wonder sometimes if it's a lot of maybe these sport drinks that guys are drinking and that. And,
that and the energy drinks.
Yes,
that
and that's
these
what
guys,
I was trying to think.
They're not good for you. Too much caffeine and too much sugar.
Yeah, that sugar will definitely dry you out a little bit. And the delay here. We'll step aside for a quick timeout while they attend to the injured player. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Injured player making his way to the sideline. We'll hope that he'll be okay here as we approach halftime. 15 seconds left. Columbus with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. Mike Tatum in the empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. He'll send Brandon Williams back to the backfield. He'll line up behind Tatum. Tatum actually going to go out as a receiver now. Williams at the quarterback position. Brandon Williams waiting for the snap. Williams taking the ball himself, trying to get upfield, and he's going to be knocked down. Maybe have lost a yard on the play. And a big hit coming in on Brandon Williams. It'll bring him 2nd down here with 9 seconds left here in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here as Columbus will take a timeout. See if they choose to kick a field goal or if they're going to go for this. Trying to see where they move the ball back to, maybe back to the 4-yard line. So loss of 3 potentially. So there's a scramble here. I don't know if there was a decision on a field goal being kicked here with just 9 seconds or. Some confusion here on the Fire sideline. Okay, so and some confusion all over the place. I'm not sure really what they're doing.
I think they were charging the Express with the timeout, but it was Columbus who called it.
Yeah, O'Shea Jackson trying to reason with the official here, and I don't know if he made his case or not. But I think we're going to be able to line up and get back to football. Tatum now in the shotgun.
Another timeout.
So Erie now going to take a timeout after Columbus's timeout.
Erie, that's their 3rd final timeout of the half.
So Erie has expended all their timeouts here with 9.1 seconds left in the second quarter. Columbus with a 20-7 lead over the Erie Express here in the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship. We'll be back on the air next Friday on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 as the Poland Bulldogs will host the Howland Tigers. Both teams coming in at 1-0 next week.
That always sounds good at the beginning of the year.
Oh, anytime that one is on the right side of the column, yes, it does.
Yes, indeed.
So after a delay here, timeouts by Columbus and then one by Erie, we'll get back to playing the longest 9 seconds in the history of football. 3 receivers to the right of Tatum. He'll be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Empty backfield for the Columbus Fire. Tatum rolling out to the far side. He'll hold up. Looks across the middle. Fires. And it's going to be caught in the end zone for a Fire touchdown. Deion Thompson with the reception, the third touchdown of the pass, third touchdown pass of the night for Mike Tatum. So 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. And it has been the Mike Tatum show here throughout the first half. 3.9 seconds left here in this half. Columbus now with a 26-7 lead. And Coach, you might be, if it were the Coach Kessler show, you might be having that fireside chat there at halftime.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
Talking about how we can kind of get back into this thing.
That would be ugly.
Spurlock in for the field goal. Excuse me, the extra point. 26-7 is the score. Fire in the lead as we are just moments away from the halftime break. Snap is back. Kick is up.
Extra point, something good.
It is good. So with 3.9 seconds left here in the half, the Columbus Fire take a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. And if you were betting on this, we all thought it could go either way, but I don't know if anybody expected such a dominant performance by the Columbus Fire. They have been outstanding.
I wonder what that was all about.
Hard to say, Coach.
Somebody ran, one of the linemen ran from goal line to goal line. Oh, boy. And we got a whole lot of stuff going on there.
And I think, well, it's hard to say. I don't know, Coach. I wish I had some kind of insightful and some wisdom I could partake, and give to everybody, and it's just not true. So for the Columbus Fire, that's going to be a 4-play drive, 24 yards, and a pass complete from Mike Tatum to Deion Thompson. Puts the Columbus Fire by a score of 27-7. At some point, you're worried that there's going to be some frustration will set in for the Erie Express. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight as we conclude the 2023 Tri-Point Football League season. Mark Means listening in from Niles, Ohio, just down the road from Warren, Ohio. Spurlock to kick this one off. Picked up by Corn Williams. Williams at the goal line. He'll bring it out to the sideline. And that time will expire. Williams up the sideline. He'll head out of bounds. We're looking for maybe a return, but that is not to be. And we head to the half. The Columbus Fire, they explode for 27 points here in the first and second quarter. They take a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. We're going to step aside for a timeout. Come back, talk some first half football here, and maybe the coach will partake some, expound some wisdom on us on what he would do for the second half. As the Erie Express, they're going to have to make some adjustments and figure this out. You are listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Halftime here at Wright Field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania, or Beaver Falls, depending on how you want to look at it on Google. As the Columbus Fire, they have a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. It's been the Mike Tatum show as he has thrown for 3 touchdowns and run for 1 himself. And the Erie Express, they do find the end zone on probably one of the craziest plays we'll find. And I believe that was going to be Terry Jackson on the reception, as we found out there was a jersey number change from 8 to 11. And you call that play, and it was almost like a forced flea flicker by the Columbus Fire. We'll kick the ball back to the quarterback and see how it works.
Yeah, and the quarterback threw for a touchdown. So, I mean, that was a little crazy.
Well, sometimes they do say better lucky than good at some point. As halftime continues here. Of course, earlier, again, congratulations to the Stark County Wolfpack as they get the 7-3 win over the West Virginia Leviathan. The Stark County Wolfpack win the Tier 2 Tri-Point Football League Championship here. And the lights down here picking up a little bit, and never seen fluorescent lights like this, Coach. And it's
it's
a little
not
bit
good.
dim.
Well, they needed to have maybe one more in the center of the field because they're not, or tilt just a little bit towards the field because it's not real bright.
And again, high school football kicking off last night here on the iMedia One Network. West Branch, they knock off Canfield. That game brought to you, of course, by Mark Means and Dave Clark. And, of course, you and I had the Poland Bulldogs hosting the Salem Quakers to get the 2024 season underway. And the Bulldogs, they get the 28-10 win over the Quakers. Salem goes to 0-1. Poland goes to 1-0. And some impressive play from the Poland Bulldogs last night, Coach, as we had some questions about a very young team. A lot of sophomores on that team, but that first quarter, an explosion right from the kickoff, force a fumble on a big hit. And before you know it, it's a 21-0 lead.
Well, and the other thing is when the starting sophomore quarterback goes down, junior quarterback goes down, I was corrected. They bring in a freshman that didn't skip a beat. I mean, he ran out like he was a veteran. It was just amazing.
Talking about David Zippolitis and
Zippolitis.
With his physical stature and the way he plays, all I can see is Johnny Manziel, the college version of Johnny Manziel. And exciting to watch there. Had a 34-yard touchdown run called back, and I think he ran about 70.
Yeah.
He weaved in and out of the entire Salem defense. So impressive performance by he and others like Ricky Madeline, who had an interception as well as a fumble recovery, then also ran for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And we'll take a look at the numbers for the Erie Express and the Fire here as it was just handed to me. Unofficial numbers for the first half. The Columbus Fire, 237 yards offensively. The Express, 124 yards. At one point, they were -5 back in the first quarter. And the Erie Express, coach, here's a problem. 5 penalties for 40 yards. A couple of those have really cost the Erie Express. And the Fire, one penalty for 5 yards. You can almost live with that.
You think? I like that. You could continue to do that. Let me tell you what, that's amazing because penalties, again, something that'll kill you.
Of course, coming up tonight, also, if you are a Cleveland Browns fan, Browns will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks at 10 p.m. They're out on the West Coast. Browns have a lot of questions to answer themselves there at the quarterback position. And if you're a Browns fan, it's the annual question, what are we going to do at the quarterback position? And
throw him away.
Deshaun Watson not playing tonight. They anticipated he was going to have a couple drives. But
he's not playing at all?
He is not going to play due to arm soreness.
Oh, I see. So that's good because then when he does play, it'll take him 3 weeks to get where he needs to be because he hasn't done anything all winter. And here we go again.
It certainly has been a rough ride for Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns on that trade. Giving up a lot for him.
Oh, come on, Jim. $240 million?
Well, it's great if you got that laying around.
Yeah, so, for him.
I believe Jameis Winston getting the start tonight for the Cleveland
Browns. Boy,
do
I want him to just shine.
Well, and that's a problem, too. He's going to get a lot of the starts here, in the early season. We don't know how long, Watson's going to have an issue. And, does he create an issue where maybe, and you know how the Cleveland fans can be. They'll turn on you in a heartbeat.
You have no idea. Been up there many a times.
So that game coming up at 10 o'clock. And West Coast will take on the Seattle Seahawks in their final preseason game of the year. It will open the season with the Dallas Cowboys coming to Cleveland.
That's an oddball.
Yeah, a little NFC East action. Which I don't know why the Cowboys are in that.
Well, we know who's going to be up there, I tell you right now. That's going to be Tom Noble because he's a Cowboy fan.
He is the Cowboy fan. So.
Yeah, I always tell him that. I call him that. Dad can't do anything. You guys need to get a quarterback.
Got about 6.5 minutes left here in the half. We'll step aside for another break. We come back. We'll have the third quarter kickoff here from right field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. You are listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Moludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Moludic_Live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go. Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this. To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. Go Cobras.
Just about a minute and a half left here in the half. Tyree Knight bringing us back here from the Cleveland Cobras. Tyree having a great year over there with the Cobras there. Had fun covering them. Jesse Caldwell, crew over there. Many years now we've been covering Cleveland Cobra football, and it's been a lot of fun here as they've been through a couple different leagues. Been very competitive this year. We look forward to the 2025 season. Of course, if you are interested in continue your playing or coaching career, contact Jesse Caldwell. Drop him a message on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Of course, I encourage you to take a look at all the other organizations from around the Tri-Point Football League, including the Erie Express and the Columbus Fire. These have been two teams with an immense amount of success in recent years, many years actually. I want to say, and I'm sure that somebody's going to correct me at some point here, but I think the Columbus Fire have been in existence for in excess of 20 years. A lot of hardware picked up in that time period. Erie huddled up there to the left of us, almost to the right. We get ready for the second half kickoff. Columbus with a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. Well, Joey Markwell sending me a message here. Got some number corrections for Columbus. Number 4 is Aaron Davis. Number 5 is Jawan Smith. So thank you for clearing that up. We do appreciate that. We'll try to note that here for the second half. So you have that once in a while where the numbers will change, but no matter who's wearing what number, can't take away the success that the Fire have had tonight. Erie Express able to put together one really good drive. However, the way they scored, Coach, it was one of those plays that are really indescribable. So both teams taking the field here as we get ready for the second half. All these teams vying now to head down to Florida. They'll play some championship games there coming January. So I am told by Jesse Caldwell that the league will pay for the winners their entry fee into those championship games in Florida. So that is a huge help for whatever team wants to go down there and compete. And we have teams down there annually from these leagues, from our region, and well represented as the Ohio Gladiators. They went down there last year. They picked up some hardware after winning the 2023 Tri-Point Football League Championship. We'll get this started with Columbus getting the ball. Erie will kick off. 27-7 is the score. Final half of the 2024 Tri-Point Football League season being played right here at right field. Eric Rockwood, the kickoff for the Erie Express. Rockwood with a line drive was going to be tipped, now picked up at the 40, down at the 41-yard line. I don't know if that was intentional, but a line drive ball that will set Columbus up with good field position at their own 41-yard line. We're just underway here, third quarter. Columbus with a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. And the story of the night has been Mike Tatum. He has spread the ball around to everyone. The only person that hasn't gotten the ball, Coach, I think, is you.
Yes, absolutely. You don't want to see that ugly running down the field.
So 1st and 10, they'll mark the ball officially at the Columbus 40-yard line. Express defense looking to hold here. Long way to go here in this one. Tatum now in a pistol formation. Brandon Williams behind him. Twin receivers to each side. Tatum now with the snap. He's going to roll out to the near side under pressure. And he's going to throw this to the sideline, and it's going to be complete. The ball was caught by Cameron Jackson.
And when he scrambles to the right, those receivers do the right thing. So you can see they're well coached, because when he scrambled to the right, that receiver that was on the right side just sat down and waited. And he was able to, that was kind of his safety valve.
That ball's going to be marked at the 46, but they caught it, I thought, at the 43 or 44-yard line. So we'll go close enough, I guess.
Right foot, left foot.
All right. They must have some big feet.
Or right body, left body.
So 2nd and 5 now for Columbus. Mark the ball to 46. Tatum in the shotgun. Williams to his right. Twin receivers to each side. Moving left to right on your devices if you're listening on Live 365. Tatum back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Going to throw it backwards. That's going to be on the ground. It's loose. And covered up by Columbus. It'll be a loss of yards for the Fire. Like Mike Tatum maybe trying to do a little bit too much in that situation. But you're a little more comfortable doing it when you're up 27-7.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
They'll bring up 3rd down. They'll be back at the original line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line. 13:21 left here in this third quarter. Erie trying to claw their way out of a 3-score deficit. Kind of taking the wind out of the sails of the crowd, actually, here. So it's a predominantly Erie crowd. Tatum now in the shotgun. Brandon Williams next to him. 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Tatum dropping back, looking downfield, under pressure, going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be brought down at the 35.
Quarterback is
Be a loss of 3 or 4 on the play. And Tatum will bowl that one away with frustration.
And that was defensive end number 13, Chris Fitty Ford.
To know him is to love him.
Gotta love him.
So Tatum frustrated coming off the field. The veteran knowing this game is far from over. .12:06 left here, third quarter.
I believe he stressed that.
I may have been right about that. So punting situation, Spurlock will come on for the Fire to boot this one away. Good snap for the Fire. He'll get this one away, and it's going to be a end-over-end punt on the land at the 27-yard line. Picked up at the 24, returned by Erie, past the 40, and Corin Williams is going to take a shot out of bounds, and Corin Williams launched into the Columbus sideline. And
that was probably a 30-pound difference.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm going to believe that's Jordan Marshall, the linebacker. Hard to say, but Corin Williams took an express right off the field.
Yow.
Good physical football here in this Tier 1 championship. Wow. That's the polite way of putting it, Coach.
You ain't kidding.
If I took a hit like that, all you'd hear was the sound of taps. But to Corin Williams' credit, jumped right back up.
Remember that the glass commercial? That would be me.
Yeah, that's
repair that glass crash.
So I'm on with the handoff up the middle. Erie going to fight their way down to the 44-yard line. Pick up maybe a 1 on the play. Second down now for the Express.
Up the middle for no gain. That'll bring up second down for the Erie Express.
And for Erie, it's just a matter of having a little bit of success here, putting a series of plays together, maybe to get back in this game. Even 1 touchdown right now would change the dynamics for Erie.
Absolutely.
Works our crowd. Mike picking up Mike, taking him. He is not happy.
Well, I mean, he's a football player. He's an athlete. He's telling these guys, you guys want to take plays off. This game is far from over. We could lose this game.
And he is a veteran of this sport. Kind of guy you can impart some wisdom from. So Amon now in the shotgun. He'll go into an empty backfield. Twin receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Moving right to left. Set a man in motion. He'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Under pressure. Get out past the 45, maybe down to the 46.
For another short game.
And it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Erie. Clock continues to run. 10:15 left here, third quarter. Columbus with a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. So at one point, I believe in week 7 here, Columbus had a 19-3 lead over the Erie Express. Erie started to fight their way back before unfortunate circumstances brought that game to a halt.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
John Amon now in the shotgun. One running back to his right. They'll go twin receivers to each side. 3rd and 8. They'll need to get to the Columbus 46-yard line for a first down. Quick pass over the middle to trying to hit Terry Jackson on the slant. Throw it behind him. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Erie.
And he had him. He was open, and he had the leverage on the inside, and he darts him. I don't know if he would have scored, but he had a first down.
Well, if you're the coaching staff for Erie, at some point, do you you start to consider maybe we need to make a change and change the plan here. That's some open receivers. Hard decision to make here when you get all the way to the championship game. And
oh, yeah.
As Erie now will punt this one away. Nathan Lazon, I believe that is going to punt this away. A couple of kickers here on the roster for the Erie Express. Columbus returner lining up right around his own 15-yard line. After a bobbled snap, they'll get this one away. Ball will hit at the 26-yard line. And it'll roll to the 25 where Columbus will fall on it. And the Fire will take.
The Fire will recover at their own 25.
Oh, Erie came out with the ball. They thought they had it, but clearly it looked like Columbus fell on it. Maybe they pulled that out from under him after the bell, or after the bell. There you go, Coach. It's been a long day.
It has.
So 1st and 10 now for the Columbus Fire. All at the 25-yard line. 9:29 left here, third quarter. Erie in a 27-7 deficit. Kind of a slow pace now as Columbus in no rush here. They'll try to get this clock started. Clock stopped after the change of possession. So Tatum now in the shotgun. He'll have Brandon Williams off to his left. Williams now with the ball. He'll drop his shoulder and be hit at the line of scrimmage, knocked backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for Columbus.
Yeah. Wow, he got that ball and got lit. He stood him up and slammed him back. Can't get cocky on these games. I know it's a big lead, but, you know.
Obviously, Mike Tatum was trying to make that point when he came off the field after their last possession.
Little fireside chat.
We know you're fond of those.
Absolutely.
Little motivational speech.
Yeah. Put your arm around them, look them deep in their eyes, and talk to them. With drool coming out of your mouth.
So actually give him credit for a yard. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 9 for Columbus. Tatum now in the shotgun. Williams to his left. Tatum back to pass. Looking out to his left. Fires. That's going to be caught at the 38-yard line.
The pass is caught.
Be brought down near the 40.
Out over the 40-yard line. That's going to be enough for Columbus Fire.
Trying to get you these numbers that are becoming a little harder to read here as we lose daylight because these stadium lights aren't very bright.
No, not at all. They just need one more set about the 50-yard line because they've got it from the 20, one on the 20 and one on the 20 on the opposite side, and just your middle of your field is not real bright.
1st and 10 now for the Fire at the 41-yard line. Tatum in the shotgun, 3 receivers near side. Tatum back to pass. Fires out towards the Columbus sideline. It's going to be caught at midfield. It'll be brought down at the midfield stripe. And it looks like they're just going to be about a yard short of another first down. And we have 3 number 11s on here. We don't know who that is, but whoever it is, outstanding patterns, catching the ball and bringing it in. So 2nd and 1 for Columbus at the 50. Twin receivers to each side. Tatum now in the shotgun. Williams to his left. Erie showing a 5-man front, ball onto turf. It's going to be knocked away, and I believe that's going to be recovered by Erie at the 46-yard line. We have to get a number of whoever ran in there and hit him with that truck. Wish we could have a number on that. It came out of nowhere.
Looked like 35 from Erie Express came up with it.
Malaquan Carson, if that is indeed the case. And not a great view from inside here in the press box. We apologize for that. 46-yard line is where Erie will start. 6:53 left here, third quarter. The Express with another turnover and an opportunity to cut this lead in half. Two receivers to each side now. John Amon in the shotgun. Send a man in motion, left to right. No hand it off, flag on the play. Assuming coach is going to be in the illegal formation, possibly. As Lawrence Hughes will carry the ball to the far side. No gain on the play. That call coming in from the line judge on our side. Not sure why the line judge and head linesman have to run out there and meet with the referee, but okay. Let's see if we can get a call from our official. So encroachment coming up against Columbus. That'll give the Erie Express 5. That will be a 1st and 5 now for Erie.
Somebody lined up off sides is what it was. It's an alignment.
Play first down.
Oh, the interesting thing, when he threw the flag, he threw it on the offensive side. And you think, well, maybe that's
right. It was just a bad throw.
All right, so he won't be a quarterback or a pitcher.
No.
So 1st and 5 for Erie. Ball now at the 41-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Amon back to pass. Fires out to the left. That's going to be caught. Corin Williams. He'll make his way past the 30. 25 going to be knocked out of bounds near the 22-yard line. And that's enough for an Erie Express first down.
That's going to be an Erie Express first
Coach, you talked about it earlier. Just quick passes, taking what they give you. And
exactly.
When they've done that, they've been successful.
Don't need to go deep. Give you the short stuff and keep chipping away. You got plenty of time. Especially after you get them, 4 and out.
Amon back to pass. Rolling out to the far side. Throws across his body. It's going to be caught. And
complete pass gets him back in the line.
Looked like got him back to the original line of scrimmage, but great pattern. As that receiver had to come back to Amon to catch that. So we'll be at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 10. Erie trying to capitalize on the turnover. 52 seconds left here, third quarter. Clock continues to run. And if Erie can score here in the third quarter, Coach, there's something to work with coming up in the final frame.
You ain't kidding. They're right behind them.
So John Amon in the shotgun. One running back to his left. Back to pass. He'll set his feet. Fires over the middle. And that's going to be just an inaccurate pass. Actually, it looked like it was going to hit a Columbus player right in the chest. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Clock will stop with 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And he was open. I mean, all he had to do was seam that right in there, and his pass was errant.
So 3rd down for the Erie Express as we approach the end of the third quarter here. 51 seconds left. We'll head into the final quarter of the 2024 Tri-Point Football League season. Both these teams last year in the GDFL. John Amon scanning the field, waiting for the snap. 3-step drop. Steps into it, throws towards the corner of the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. And the clock will stop
pass to the end zone
with just 50 seconds left. It'll bring up 4th down for the Erie Express.
Well, there's no doubt you have to go.
4th and 9. They can still get a first down, I believe, at the 16-yard line. If my vision does not fail me from across the field. Erie going right back to the line. Trailing 27-7. John Amon waiting for the snap. Back to pass, fires out to his left. Caught Corin Williams at the 5-yard line. And actually, one of the officials were hit.
6-yard line.
And he's going to get some help up from both teams and give that man credit. He popped right back up. Well, maybe not right back, but.
Well, he's only 4'2", for God's sake. He didn't have to go up very high. He is a short official.
So Corin Williams on the reception gives the Express a first down. Clock stops with 45 seconds left as I try to angle around the pole that's in the way.
You didn't miss much. Don't worry.
It's been a challenge, Coach. It's been a challenge.
Yep. And the windows are so dirty.
First and goal for Erie. Erie trying to capitalize on the fumble. So personal foul. Roughing the passer coming up against Columbus. That's going to be half the distance to the goal, which should put him right around the 3-yard line if I'm correct, if I saw the right spot. So they'll set the marker. So personal foul. Erie will have the ball. First and goal from the 3. 44 seconds left as the clock begins to run. And now in the backfield, one running back to each hip. You see Corin Williams lined up on the right side. He's in tight, but we'll keep an eye on him. Heyman with the handoff. And nowhere to go. He'll get to the line. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Second and goal now for Erie. Actually, they're going to say he lost a yard. And we're having quite the time here on this angle. So we do apologize. I think our umpire still trying to shake off that shot he took. Give the man credit, though. He's fighting through it. 34 seconds left here, third quarter. Erie. Second and goal from the 5 or the 4. We're going to have whistles again. As Columbus is going to take a timeout. 33 seconds left here, third quarter. Columbus with a 27-7 lead over the Erie Express. Will step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio. You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
.33 seconds left here, third quarter, second and goal for the Erie Express. John Amon now in the shotgun. He'll be running back off to the left side. Amon back to pass, rolling out to the Erie sideline, throws it across his body, and it's going to be picked off by Columbus, and the Fire are going to return this 100 yards for the touchdown. All the way to the end zone. 34-7 is the score. And that is going to be Aaron Davis. Thank you, Joey Markwell, for sending that. We want to give him credit. Aaron Davis, 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. 34-7 is your score.
Caught that on the dead run and turned the Jets.
Columbus now for the extra point. 31 seconds left here in this third quarter. And Columbus starting to feel it. When you're up by 26 points, Coach, makes you feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Came right out of the crowd all the way down. Had one man to beat.
He almost dropped before. They almost got him. He started slowing down. But he was able to get in the end zone.
Columbus Fire have been dominant all evening long as they'll come out for the conversion. And I think Mike Tatum could feel a little bit better about this now.
Yeah.
As they'll head into the fourth quarter with a significant lead. Far cry difference from that Tier 2 championship game we watched earlier. Stark County Wolfpack with the 7-3 win over the West Virginia Leviathan. Congratulations to both teams on that. An outstanding game for everybody. If you were privileged enough to be in the stands to watch that, you got your money's worth. And it looks like the Fire are going to go for two. They're going to try to put this one away. Tatum in the shotgun. He'll have one very large running back to his left. Three receivers to the right. Tatum with the high snap. He'll bring it down, throw it into the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be good for two. And the Columbus Fire now lead by a score of 35-7. And Erie Express just could not seize the momentum after that turnover. Slightly disheartening, Coach, when you give up a 100-yard interception return.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't get out of hand, that's all. No reason for it. Hate to say it. You won the game. Just think and use your heads. Don't ruin this.
So we still have just about 30 seconds left here in the third quarter, so a lot has gone on just in the last 10 seconds. Fire now, you can see a little looser on the sidelines, maybe a little more relaxed. Barring any extraordinary circumstances, it looks like Columbus may add some more hardware to that trophy case. Well, as we go into the Wayback Machine, Coach, we know what that's like 9 years ago, and the celebration ensued afterwards on the field.
Yeah.
All the work that had gone into it. You get the payoff. It's a pretty good deal with Spurlock. We'll kick this one off. It's going to be a low line drive. Picked up at the 20-yard line, brought out to the 25. I'll take it out to the far side past the Erie Express sideline. Flag going to come in.
We got a flag on the play.
And we're going to have a flag on the play here. It's going to be a personal foul. I believe those are going to be offsetting here. There'll be a live ball foul followed by a dead ball foul. So we'll see how these are assessed. They'll continue to run the clock here, try to wind down the third quarter. You worry about the frustration setting in here. We know what happened the last time.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I'm sure that conversation has been had.
I hope.
So the officials getting together here, trying to sort the penalties out. A flag on the far side near the 40-yard line. Followed by two flags for a personal foul here right around the 47-yard line. So I believe we're going to have a live ball foul, dead ball foul. All right. So during the play, it's going to be an illegal block in the back by the Erie Express. That will be assessed. And after the play, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Columbus. So they will subtract and add. And I think it'll be a 5-yard net gain for the Erie Express. A lot of math going on here.
That's no lie.
So Erie will start off 1st and 10. As soon as they walk off the personal foul. I was trying to kind of interact with the press box up here. There you go, buddy. All right. So after a delay here, penalties assessed. Erie Express will start off 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. So aiming in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. I'll hand this one up the middle. Try to fight through that front defensive line of Columbus. They'll get down to the 46-yard line, pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for Erie. As we still have not hit the end of the third quarter here with so much going on.
We ain't there yet.
No, we'll be in the final 15 seconds by the time this ball is snapped. Aiming in the shotgun. Receivers 2-by-2, back to pass, 3-step drop, looking out to his left. Gonna fire across the middle, caught at the 20 and down at the 14-yard line. Erie Express with a big play, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter here at right field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Final 15 minutes of the Tri-Point Football League season. About to get underway here. Fourth frame is Mike Tatum, looking a little more relaxed now. Has a smile on his face and looking like he's going to be on the way to his next championship. So you can see the sidelines here as they start to celebrate. So aiming back to pass under pressure. Finally going to throw it into the end zone, up and over. And is it caught? Touchdown, Erie Express.
Had all kinds of times back there, and he threw one up.
And I believe it's going to be a 15-yard touchdown pass.
No, we got flags in the backfield, so it's probably going to be holding.
So what little joy Erie was going to have on that, they're going to wipe that out.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So the linemen holding their blocks as long as they could, headed downfield, and that will cost the Erie Express 6. $14-15 left here, fourth quarter. Clock will continue to run. Columbus Fire up by a score up 35-7, just over 14 minutes left here in this game. Heyman in the shotgun. He'll go empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. First and 15. Heyman back to pass under pressure. Eludes one tackle, throws it into the end zone, and nobody there. It's going to go out of bounds.
Second down.
Heyman feeling the pressure coming from behind. Was able to scramble out towards the Erie sideline and get rid of that ball. I'll bring up second and 15 for Erie.
Well, they just keep chipping away and trying to get into the end zone. Again, they've been we're successful with shorter stuff, so why not chip away a little bit to get the first down? We've gone to the well one too many times here, and it's just not working for you.
Well, I'm sure there's no such thing as a 28-point play either. So
No, that's, yeah.
I'm sure every coach has that in his mind. Right?
Oh, yeah, we got it on a bag of tricks.
Heyman back to pass, 3-step drop, fires out to his right, cut. Terry Jackson into the end zone.
It's going to be an Erie Express touchdown.
17-yard touchdown pass. Gives Erie 6. 35-13 is the score. Columbus well in the lead with 12:35 left here in this game. Got you. So 35-13 as Erie will come on for the extra point. Oh, we got a player down here. Didn't notice that. My apologies. Yeah. I think somebody had maybe another cramp.
I know he's grabbing his hamstring is what they were.
So Chris Travis, we believe, is the one that's going to come up with a little bit of a limp. He'll roll onto the sideline. And I'll tell you, you know what? I'm sure it hurts a little bit less when you're up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but tomorrow morning, whether you got a ring on your finger or not, you're going to be sore.
Well, there's 2 kinds of sore there, Coach. There's the
Is there really?
Sore from having a bad night, and then there's sore and with that smile on your face when you wake up.
Yes.
And I think in Columbus tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of guys waking up with a smile. So Erie will come on for the conversion as the pace of this game has slowed way down. And Columbus really taking the crowd out of this. Heyman now, they're going to go for 2. Back to pass, looking out to his right under pressure. And he's going to be thrown down unceremoniously. And the conversion, no good. Score will remain 35-13. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football. Or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
12:35 left here, fourth quarter. Columbus with a 35-13 lead over the Erie Express. Erie to kick this one off. And I think it's Mike Tatum that's going to be back there to return for the Columbus Fire. Tatum going to try to return one for a touchdown today. He's got 3 passing touchdowns, ran one himself. And they're going to kick it right to him. Could he get the return? through the air, on the ground, and on special teams. He's going to give it a try up the sideline. He'll go out of bounds. He will think better of that, go out around the 22-yard line, but quite the thought there, Coach, trying to.
Yeah. Hey, let's try this. No, I better not.
Well, you make it a special night already. Let's see what else we can do.
1st and 10 from the 20.
So just over 12 minutes left here in this game. And we want to thank everybody for joining us here all season long here, whether you were listening to the Cleveland Cobras, as we cover them every week. Jesse Caldwell and crew, outstanding. And a lot of the guys playing along, having fun with us. But also being able to cover games like this and the one earlier, the Tier 2 championship game. It is our privilege to be here. And I think you and I, Coach, have a little soft spot for this level of football.
Yeah, a little bit.
Had some good times here, and we've continued to do it just in a different capacity.
Yeah. Do you ever just want to go and yell at somebody? I mean, that would be great.
Well, the great thing about being in the press box is I don't have to yell. Nobody yells back at me. I don't yell at them.
Oh,
that's just the coach.
There was only one that yelled at me.
That's the coach in you.
Yeah.
Yelling at players, yelling at each other.
Yeah.
One of my favorite arguments of all time. Sideline arguments. We're going for what? That is verbatim the conversation between you and Tommy Noble.
Yeah, just don't listen to me.
I formation. Don't hand this one off. Nowhere to go. We'll have a new quarterback for the Columbus Fire. I don't know if everybody's going to take a turn, maybe a quarterback. Maybe they'll follow Mike Tatum's lead there and see what else they can do tonight.
It's going to be a loss on the play.
2nd and 12 for the Columbus Fire. And I don't know, Coach, maybe one of the big guys at quarterback. Maybe he'll.
I'm pulling for 33. I want him in the backfield.
11:33 left here, fourth quarter.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
2nd and 12 for the Columbus Fire. All inside the 10-yard line. He'll go I formation. Send a man in motion from left to right. Back to pass in the end zone. And he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Erie thought they had a safety, but contact made outside the end zone.
It was recovered by the Erie Express.
Oh, they're going to say a fumble. So picked up by Erie.
That's going to be 1st and goal for the Erie
So 1st and goal at the 1. And
inside the 5.
Coach,
here's what I'm going to tell you.
Know.
Jim, you know me. I would never have guys in this early. It ain't happening. Especially at this level.
Well,
you're talking about something with maybe 6 or 5 minutes to go. This, no way.
Well, you wonder maybe Columbus celebrated a little early, but the conventional wisdom is if you're up 35-13, you're relatively safe here in the fourth quarter, but never say never.
Yeah, well, you got a young quarterback or somebody that hasn't been playing per se, and you're got your back to the goal line. That ain't good.
So aiming in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side, running back to his left. First down at the 2-yard line. I'll hand it off and get close to the end zone. Be just short. And Columbus coming out with the ball. Whistle was already blown. I believe they're going to say he was down, but the Fire have the ball. Chris Travis says he pulled it out. And the officials are going to say, nope, that's going to remain Erie's ball.
Yeah.
And this has been the problem with Erie tonight. They've had the opportunities. It's been turnovers, penalties, and so forth that have really hurt them.
Sloppy football, that's what I call it.
So uncharacteristic play by the Erie Express tonight, but take nothing away from Columbus. They have been dominant from the kickoff.
Yeah, there hasn't been a weak spot on this football team. I mean, they came in knowing what they had to do, and wow, they did it.
So 10-10 left here. Fourth quarter. Erie with the ball. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. He'll go 3 receivers to the left of Amon. Terry Jackson with the ball. He'll fight forward. And he'll be down just short of the goal line. 9:43 left here in this game.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So 3rd and we'll call it 1 on the angle here. So Columbus is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You are listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. .934 left here in this game. Erie with the ball, 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. One in the shotgun. Excuse me, I believe it's going to be Terry Jackson at the quarterback position now. He'll wait for the snap. Rolling out to the right side, trying to find the corner of the end zone. Fight his way forward, and he'll be stopped by 3 black jerseys. And thrown down, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And, of course, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
May have gotten a little bit of forward progress, but red and black jerseys all over Terry Jackson trying to find that corner of the end zone.
This will be an interesting play call.
Well, you've had 3 shots at it so far. With 8:47 left in the game. Not a whole lot to be creative with here. They got to get in the end zone to even remotely stay in this.
4th and goal for the Erie
So
Express.
Amon back in at quarterback. One back to his left, twin receivers to the left. He'll roll out to his left. He'll fire into the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Erie.
Touchdown.
35-19 is the score. Erie capitalizes on the turnover. And I'm sure that Erie will go for 2 at this point.
Yeah, you have to.
Nothing fancy on that. Just rolled out to the left and tossed it into the end zone.
Receiver was probably in tight and ran it out.
Didn't get a number on the reception. Well, did you get one? Did you get a number on the reception? Okay, no.
You can't see.
Okay,
the
Singleton,
numbers.
number 17 for Erie Express, gets the touchdown. Thank you. So, interestingly enough here, you got to be careful.
You ain't kidding.
If they get 2, I mean, there's 2 scores down with 8:23 left in the game. A lot of things change at that point in terms of the way you coach it, even the way you officiate it.
Think about if they don't run that back for 100 yards. You got a tie game.
Aiming back, trying to throw the quick pass across the middle from under center. It's going to be knocked away. 35-19 will be your score. Erie capitalizes on the turnover, but can't get the 2-point conversion. A little bit better, but not really helping their cause.
No.
So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here as we wrap up the Tri-Point Football League season. Erie will kick this ball off with 8:29 left in the game. A lot of rumored changes coming around this level for next year. We'll see how things pan out, where these teams end up. Of course, we will be back next Friday at Pavlansky Field in Poland. 6:35 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. The Poland Bulldogs will host the Howland Tigers. We'll boot this one. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. It'll land at the 21-yard line. Roll back, picked up by the returner, and move forward with a full head of steam. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Aaron Davis on the return for the Columbus Fire.
A lot of speed back there. I'll tell you what, Columbus really has some quick guys.
And the way that they run their routes and they return the ball, I mean, it's full speed ahead.
Absolutely.
No hesitation. As we head towards the 10 o'clock hour here in Pennsylvania. Going to be a lot easier drive back to Columbus for the Fire.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't think that's going to be one of them quiet rides.
Really?
Possibly. Maybe a little tired, but.
I was going to say. Could be some shut-eye.
Tatum back into the empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right. Send a man in motion left to right. Tatum back to pass. Fires. It's going to be caught at the 47-yard line.
Complete pass to number 3 for Columbus Fire. First down.
That'll be Cameron Jackson on the reception for the Fire. They'll mark the ball at the 47-yard line.
They just got to play the defense and do what they got to do and try to keep them from scoring again.
7:50 as the clock continues to run left in this game. Mike Tatum in an empty backfield again. He'll place the 3 receivers to his left this time. What a phenomenal night he has had. 3 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground. And under pressure now as he steps up in the pocket, looking to fire downfield. He'll take it himself and head out of bounds on the Erie sideline. And he'll make it into Erie territory at the 48-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had somebody in the center of the field. Holy crap, man, there was nobody around. If he hits him, that seems that. And, boy, that's off to the races, I believe.
Second and 4 now for Columbus at the Erie 48-yard line. Empty backfield again. Tatum in the shotgun. Tatum, quick pass. Out to the 48. He'll bring it out to the 40 and be dragged out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Juwan Smith on the reception. I don't know. If I had to pick an MVP of this game, I don't know if it would be Aaron Davis or if it would be Mike Tatum, but Tatum really leading this Columbus offense flawlessly.
And he hasn't missed very many passes. I mean, he watching him throw a ball, I mean, he is very, very precise.
Fire now. First and 10 at the Erie Express, 39-yard line. Empty backfield again for the Fire. Pump fake out to the right side. It'll be caught in the backfield. He'll have to cut back to the middle, all the way across the field, and he'll avoid a couple of tackles, make it past the 40, 35-30, and he'll go out of bounds near the 33. And flags all over the field.
Yeah. You got hankies everywhere.
We got one in the backfield. We got one in the second, third.
Well, we'll try to sort this one out. All right, we'll get the call from our referee here. So personal foul coming up, roughing the passer against Erie. Personal foul, blindside block coming up against Columbus. Those penalties will offset.
We have offsetting penalties. We're going to replay it down.
Coach, essentially, it didn't happen.
Yeah. We erased that play for sure.
Thank you to all the listeners and viewers coming in on Facebook. See Todd Mitchell, Cleveland Cobra on there. Great guy there. Wife sang the national anthem for a couple of games. Beautiful voice on that young lady. Tatum in the backfield here. He'll watch the back judge. Try to eat the rest of this clock up. Quick pass out to the far side. He'll throw this one in the dirt. It'll be a forward pass. 2nd and 10 now for Columbus.
I just want to know how many times that they're going to line up and do that, and Erie doesn't do anything. You know what he's doing. When the man takes a step forward and then sits, you know it's going to be the quick pass, and they just have not recognized it on that side.
It's been a very conservative reaction by the Express defense
to
Columbus's offense. Almost apprehensive to make those approaches and fear of being beat.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't want to get the ball in their hand. And
so we're going to have a timeout here. We'll step aside for a quick break. You are listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're right back after this.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
.444 left here in this game. The Columbus Fire with a 35-19 lead over the Erie Express. And doesn't seem like anybody is under any pressure to move too fast here.
Yeah. Some of us got to get up at 5:30 tomorrow and work all day.
We just reached the top of the 10 o'clock hour. A little bit of a late start after all the festivities at the beginning with the introductions. Tatum now in a shotgun, empty backfield. He'll take a 3-step drop. Fire downfield, has a man open, and it's going to be knocked away. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Fire. And Coach, not a bad thrown ball, but an even better play by the defensive back.
Yeah, that looked great. Timing was good. I thought, if that ball pops straight up, we're in trouble.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Columbus Fire. They'll be content just to continue to eat this clock up. Clock stopped with 4:39 on the incomplete pass. Columbus now empty backfield again. Mike Tatum with the snap. High snap. He'll bring it down. No problem. Step up in the pocket. And he's going to take this one himself. Past the 30, 25. He'll get a block. And he's going to head all the way into the end zone. 39-yard touchdown run by Mike Tatum. Add it on, folks. 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. And the Fire adds 6 more. And it has just, quite frankly, Coach, been the Mike Tatum show all night long.
I think that's your MVP.
Easy to pick that one out.
Yeah, I believe so. He's really taking control of this game.
So 4.5 minutes left as Columbus will come on for the extra point. Spurlock will attempt the kick. Tatum to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up.
The extra point is up
and good.
That'll bring the score.
So with 4:29 left here in this game, the Columbus Fire take a 42-19 lead over the Erie Express. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia One Network. Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Fourth quarter here at right field in Chippewa, Pennsylvania. Columbus Fire with a 42-19 lead over the Erie Express. And Mike Tatum, sing along if you know the words. 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. He has been responsible for every touchdown but one.
How about that?
That would be the 100-yard interception return by Aaron Davis. As this is going to be a high kickoff here. It'll be fielded at the 15-yard line. Right out to the 20, 30, 35, 40. Midfield flag coming in. Might be a face mask coming in, and he'll be down at the Columbus 46-yard line. 4:13 left in this game.
That was a big return for number 37 for the
great return for the Erie Express.
Illegal block? Block in the back, maybe?
Jean Carr on the return. Personal foul. Blindside block on Erie. So they called one of their time tonight.
This game tonight is for Big Mike.
Wayne Penn says Mike can score anytime he wants. That was way too easy. And that is probably the most true thing we'll see on the internet today.
Yeah. No doubt.
He even tried to score on a kick return. So he has been the difference tonight. As the Erie Express will take a walk back after a great return. Erie, if all things hold true, will end with 2 losses on the season. The Columbus Fire will finish the 2024 season with an unblemished record.
That's amazing.
And we've seen how hard that is to do, Coach.
Yeah, you're right. The whole season, yes, we've done during the season, but didn't do it all through the playoffs. But that we'll buy that.
Yeah, and to finish off the regular season, work your way through the playoffs and win the championship. Not an easy task.
No.
Heyman back to pass. Under pressure. He'll flip it out. It's going to be picked off into the end zone for a Columbus touchdown.
Six for the Columbus Fire.
The second interception returned for a touchdown tonight by Columbus.
We got flags in the end zone.
And I think they're going to have some excessive celebration flags, but at this point, quite honestly, I don't think anybody cares.
Wow. That's been the longest 4 minutes. Yay.
And if you're Eamon, I would think that you would agree, as it has been a rough night for that young man here. And Columbus Fire now with a 48-19 lead over the Erie Express. And I don't think we had this on our bingo card, Coach, that the Columbus Fire would be up by 29 points. We thought this would be a closer game. But be that as it may,
just got a little scuffle on the other side.
Oh, okay. Well, a little frustration setting in. Official speaking at midfield here. We'll see what the verdict is going to be from our referee. And they're telling him to cut the music. We'll see if we can actually hear what he's going to say. Okay, so unsportsmanlike conduct call coming up against Columbus. One person has been ejected, and unsportsmanlike coming up against Columbus. And I think that because it's the end of the season, I don't think anybody's going to care, Coach.
Personally, I'd call the game anyway.
4:14 left here, fourth quarter. Columbus with a 48-19 lead. And they're going to assess the penalties on the conversion. So 2 interceptions returned for a touchdown by the Columbus Fire. You add that on to the 3 touchdown passes by Mike Tatum and the 2 that he ran in on his own. That has been quite a night for the Columbus Fire all the way around. We talked about both of these organizations being top teams in the nation. Indeed, they are. Spurlock in for the extra point. Snap is back. They're going to fake it. Stepping back, stepping in the pocket, throwing it down into the end zone. It hits a receiver. It's going to be 2 for Columbus, but a flag's going to come in. Might have been a late hit on the quarterback, as the case may have been, as the holder threw the ball downfield. And see what the penalty is, but I thought that might be a late hit on the quarterback, but our officials are still talking here. So the try is good. Personal foul, roughing the passer indeed against Erie. We'll assess that on the kickoff. And he's explaining some other stuff that I couldn't hear.
The 2-point attempt is good. That'll bring the score. Columbus Fire 50, Erie Express 19.
So 50-19 is the score. Columbus Fire will be traveling back to the state capitol with another title here. So although they say that it's 11 championships for Columbus, I thought it was more, but either way, it's gonna make this 12 for the Fire. As we try to wind this clock down, 4:14 left here in the game. As the referee will give the signal to wind the clock. Kickoff picked up at the 10-yard line, brought out to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and brought down near midfield. Erie will wind this one down. Pretty much will wind down the 2024 season here as the clock will continue to run. As Coach mentioned, game well out of hand. So a weekend full of football for the coach and I here. Last night having high school football, week 1. And a doubleheader here today in Pennsylvania, the Tier 1 and Tier 2 championship games of the Tri-Point Football League. We'll do it all again next week. Of course, high school, always known as the fastest 10 weeks of the year. Of course, this season moved pretty fast, too, with the Tri-Point Football League and all the games that we saw up in Michigan early in the year. High snap. They'll hand this one off. Try to work to the far side. Upfield. Get out to the 45. And fight their way down to the 43-yard line. Clock will continue to run. 2:25 left here in the season. And, Coach, we wind down one season as we just kind of graduated into another.
Begin the other. Yeah, high school's fun, though. Not that this isn't, but high school, I have a good time with that.
Very special time there on Friday nights in the Valley as Amon will take this upfield. He'll get to the 36-yard line. It'll be an express first down.
That run was good for Erie Express.
For the Columbus Fire, they'll add another trophy for the Erie Express. They will try to rebuild here as they work their way towards the 2025 season. Erie now, twin receivers to each side. Aiming back to pass. 3-step drop, not a whole lot of pressure. He's going to roll out to the near side, elude one tackle, work his way upfield and get past the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Ball came loose, but they're going to say that he was down. And the clock will continue to run with the minute 15 left. At this point, it is all academic as the Columbus Fire will head back to the state of Ohio. So with a championship, so Coach, both titles today go to the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
One's going to go to Canton. One's going to go to Columbus.
Here we go.
and unfortunately for the Columbus Fire, they think that we're the DJs up here. So having a good time, though, as we wind down the final 20 seconds of this one. And the Columbus Fire will be the 2024 Tri-Point Football League champions. They'll win it by a score of 50-19. As we wind down the last 5 seconds, and it is over here in Chippewa Falls, Pennsylvania. Columbus Fire get the win, and they will add their 12th championship to their showcase. As both teams meet at the 50-yard line, they'll shake hands, and everybody will move into the offseason as Jesse Caldwell lurks around the field now, owner of the Cleveland Cobras. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here from Chippewa Falls, Pennsylvania. You're listening to the Tri-Point Football League Tier 1 Championship here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
One last time from Chippewa Falls, Pennsylvania, as we wrap up the 2024 Tri-Point Football League season. And the Columbus Fire are your Tier 1 champions. They knock off the Erie Express by a score of 50-19. Again, for the Fire, it's a matter of adding that 12th championship. For the Erie Express, a disappointing end, Coach, as this has been one of the top organizations in terms of play, in terms of front office, and the promotion that they do for these players and the environment that they give them to play. But for Paul Pennington, we know that he's just going to continue to work hard in the offseason to improve on this.
Yeah, it just wasn't their night, that's all. And unfortunately, that stuff happens. So all you can say is you know what? Got to go. Next year, get better.
I want to also acknowledge the guys that are former Western Reserve Scourge players there. Chris Ford, affectionately known as Fitty. Ray Catley McElroy for the Erie Express as well. We'll give a little shout out to Javon Probit, the Warren Harding alum. And all the great guys that we support every year, Coach. And like we said, we had a good time doing this as player and coach. And we know what these guys are going through, whether you're winning or losing. We've been on both ends of that. And certainly it's a good time for us. But make no mistake, we will be back next year. And we'll now move on to the high school schedule and bring you all the action there. Also want to take the opportunity to say hi to Corey Williams. We got to see him earlier as he came over to see us before the game and that. And again, another name that we talk about that we spent some time with. And we will continue to promote this level of football, promote it in a positive way. And we hope that from the owners on down, they will do the same as well, as the championship T-shirts are now brought out for the Columbus Fire. The story of the night would be Mike Tatum. 3 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. He accounted for 30 points of the 50. And for the Columbus Fire defense, 2 interceptions returned, 4 touchdowns, 1 for 100 yards. So congratulations again to the Columbus Fire for a near-perfect performance tonight. And certainly represented the Tri-Point Football League well. I'm sure they will be headed to Florida to compete for a title in January, and certainly we look forward to seeing that. So for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Will Craven up here, I am Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us all season long here for Tri-Point Football League football, and joining us for today for this doubleheader as the Stark County Wolfpack, they pick up the Tier 2 championship by a score of 7-3. They get the win over the West Virginia Leviathan. The Columbus Fire, they get the 50-19 win over the Erie Express, and we will do it all again next season right here on Western Reserve Radio, and we hope everybody has a fantastic Sunday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
All right. Boys, one boy. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. Hey, I know y'all excited. I know you guys
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Yeah, I think it's going to be huge. And I said this the other day on the pod. I think with the addition.
Got your most exciting of this game for today. That goes number 3, Cam Jackson. Oh. Check. Oh, so we got y'all.